What's going on, everybody? It's your man Donovan Sharpe, and welcome to this very special and somber edition of TSR Live. This is one of those. This really and truly has the potential to be one of these "Where were you?" Where were you moments. The first one that I can think of is I wasn't alive, but the Kennedy assassination. Where were you when you found out that Kennedy was shot? Where were you when 9/11 happened? You know, but I took a short nap yesterday, and I woke up and my phone had exploded. My phone had exploded and blown up with the texts. I could hardly believe it. And it took me probably took me a good 5 or 6 hours to finally get things confirmed and to actually believe. I've shed some tears about this. I'm gonna try to keep it together. But those of you guys who have followed me for a while, you guys are all very well aware that Kevin Samuels, he was one of my best friends, and we talked every day. We talked every day, 2, 3, 4, sometimes 5 times a day. Even when he had 1.5 million subscribers, he was still, he still made the time to call up and check up on me, man. And he used to apologize all the time. Hey, man, I'm sorry we don't talk like we used to. And I would tell him, dude, like you have restraints on your time, man. You have a real chance. You have a chance to make a real difference, to make a real mark in the world, man. Whatever advice or guidance you're going to give me about YouTube and algorithm and style, personality, all that stuff can wait, man. Do what you got to do, but clearly you guys know. You guys have heard by now that Kevin Samuels has passed away at the age of 53. He was 53 years old. I happen to know that he was born in 1969, and the reason I know this is because I booked his plane ticket when I flew him out here to do my one-on-one with Donovan Sharpe at Studio B. His birthday was March 13th of 1969. He recently had his 53rd birthday, and I was actually on live with Terrence Pop when I got the news that it was actually confirmed that he had passed, and I had planned on doing an episode with them to promote the CME. I just couldn't hold it together on the air, so. I don't really. There's so much. There is so much that we need to that we need to address. First, let me shout out my snipers on the Sharpe Stream side: Dre Raven, J Blaze 11, Hellfong, Apollo, Geeky Anomaly, RPAP, and Jonathan Vasquez. I appreciate you guys' support. We've got 22 of you watching on the Sharpe Stream side. Shout out to my sharpshooters on the YouTube side. We've got Aurelio Cantu, Lou Will 59, Dr. B 84. Looks like he's double dipping. Dre Raven double dipping. Geeky Anomaly double dipping. And of course the lovely and talented Devin in both chats as well. The phone lines are open, guys. I'm gonna take your phone. I'm gonna take your phone calls. Any thoughts you guys have? Any questions? Whatever the case may be, feel free to share. If you're a troll, if you're a hater, give me a call too. We'll get to the disturbing reaction here very, very shortly. Dre Raven with the $10 super chat. I appreciate that very much. Says Kevin was a great man, though today's women may not appreciate what he did for them. Future generations will. He will be remembered long after the boss bees are forgotten. We'll see him on the other side. Truer words never spoken, man. Asher James with the $5 super chat says, condolences to your friend Donovan. Kevin left his mark. Sith Lord Entertainment with a $100 super chat. Thank you very much for that. Said, this saddens me, but I want to say RIP to a legend. Thank you for that. Ben Barrera, another $100 super chat. Guys, thank you for the support, man. Says, I'm so sorry, Donovan. We've lost a truly great man like so many other people. I used to deprive myself of sleep by staying up late to listen to his wisdom. The irreplaceable Kevin Samuels has left us too soon. That's one of the funny things is when he was on his meteoric rise. Devin and I, we're old. I'm 44, she's 45. We're trying to get to bed at a decent hour. We never could. We said, okay, we're going to watch 30 minutes of Kevin, and then that's it. We're going to bed. 1:30, 2 o'clock comes around, and we're like, Kevin did it to us again. He did it to us again. But thank you, Ben Barrera, for the $100 super chat. All right, give me man, just give me a second, guys. I gotta compose myself here. Dr. B84 with the $100 super chat says RIP to the Godfather. Appreciate that very, very much, Dr. B84. Sith Lord Entertainment, $20. So truly sorry for your loss, Donovan. My condolences go out to you, my friend. Miami J with the $5 super chat says, one of your best episodes back in the day was Strip Club Game featuring Kevin Samuels. My condolences, my friend. It's the loss of the entire community. Yeah, I think that was either the second or third episode of the 6 when we talked about how to handle 10s. And that episode was wild. It was awesome, man. It was awesome. Thank you very much for that, Miami J. DJ Berserk commenting in the chat says RIP to an amazing, intelligent, thoughtful, kind man. Intelligence is an understatement. Kevin's the smartest. He's probably one of two. He's probably in the top 2 in terms of smartest people I've ever met in my life. There's no love lost between myself and the city of Atlanta, but the 2 smartest men that I've ever known in my life both reside in this, or they both resided in the city of Atlanta. Incidentally enough, Ostrike 20 says these irreverent munchkins be singing and dancing in the streets like Ding Dong, the witch. Little do they know, truth don't die with the messenger. We're gonna get to that here in just a second, because that's really, really what I want to talk about. And we'll talk about the good, the bad, but we're gonna talk about the ugly and why. Listen, we know why this is, but we'll get into it. Reverend Brown with the 1,000, I think that's yen. Dev, if you would look that up for me, I don't want to give him proper credit. Says Kevin obtained the highest value a man can earn. He's walking beside the Creator now. Yes, absolutely, absolutely. We're going to get to the phone lines here very, very shortly. Gear with the 50 Canadian dollars says I'm only 22 years old. Says I have so much in my life to learn still. But this man has shown me who I need to become. He showed me the true qualities in a woman I need to look for and admire. Because of Kevin, I am in a phenomenal relationship. Absolutely. Ali Drummond, Real Femme Sapien. She sent me a text last night, sent her condolences. She says, hey, man, Kevin's the reason I'm married today. You know, Kevin's responsible for a lot of marriages these days. And you guys know I'm definitely anti-marriage in terms of in terms of the way it is these days. But hey, listen, man. Shout out to Allie for acknowledging that Kevin is the reason that she's in a successful relationship now. Maya Joy 57, $20. Says I hear the pain in your voice, Don. I hope I can call you that. The same pain I feel in my heart and mind. This man had an effect on me. I'll continue to keep the dialogue going about about challenging the narrative. I would appreciate that. It's up to us, guys. Myron and I, we talked a little earlier this morning, and it's up to us. We gotta fight the fight. Antonio $5 says, R.I.P. Kevin Samuels. Donovan, your Book of Womanese is 100% right. Every man needs that volume series. Appreciate that. Lou Will in the chat says, it's up to you to complete the mission now, OG. Ricky Webster, $10 super chat, says, one love and one life. Condolences to you, Donovan, and rest well, Kevin. Jedward, $10 says, we lost a godfather in this life and gained one in the next. The good he brought will continue to resonate even... boy. even as he's gone on to bigger, better things. Godspeed, Kevin. We will get the likes up. J Body. Man, this is harder than I thought. J Body says, Donovan, you are and have always been one of the most authentic men in this community. $200 super chat. Appreciate that. Says, the truth hurts many of the people that live wickedly. R.I.P. Kevin Samuels, and thank you, Donovan. Take your time and grieve, brother. Thank you, Jay. I greatly, greatly appreciate that. St. Jim, $2, says, this is not the time for trolls. Not today, fools. Thanks. Appreciate that. Panda Coasters, $5, says, Kevin, inspire me to pursue my creative endeavors and gain insight on both professional and personal relationships. Long live the king. Nate Dogg, 1991, $5. Appreciate that. Says, as with Patrice O'Neill, the Godfather has gone home. Ooh. Well done, faithful servant. The Kid 13, $20, says, Kevin, you will be missed. Donovan, keep your head up and keep honoring him by doing what you do. Mark LeBrant in the chat says, my condolences. My condolences for the loss of Kevin Samuels. The L Factor says, once you really started listening to Kevin Samuels, you couldn't stop. That was both a blessing and a curse, that's for sure. You can never listen to Kevin for 5 minutes. That's for sure. That's whether you're on the phone with him or whatever. Derek the Tartar says, my heartfelt condolences, Donovan. Hang in there, brother. My brother, we love you and support you. Kevin was a legend, and his impact will be felt for years to come. Thank you very much for that, Derek. Exploit in the chat says, rest in peace, Kevin. Your message will live through us. You're goddamn right. Divine Photos, $2, says, Kevin will live on no matter how haters feel. Jaeger Yarquez with the 5 British pounds says, this is my first time super chatting to anyone. Thank you, Donovan, Fresh and Fit, Andrew Tate, and Rollo. Kevin will live on in our hearts. He has impacted me. Keith Simon, $20, says, I didn't believe it. Says, I didn't believe it at first. Woke up today and just put on a suit out of respect. This hit like Tupac. Kevin was on the march to change a generation of men. He did a lot, but he for sure needed more time. This hurts, man. John the Great 18, welcome to Chat Privilege. Appreciate that. Neil Ray says, R.I.P. The Godfather, we lost a great man doing God's work. Welcome to Chat Privileges, Sean. Desmond Montgomery, $10, says, this is unreal. Still unreal. We'll keep the message going. When I make my channel, I'll do my best to continue his legacy and message. Modern black women are disgusting on Twitter. Sad I couldn't meet him like I wanted. RL615, $10, says, I found Kevin Samuels on your show talking about fashion and presentation. I know that Says, I know that Red Pill Mike and Kevin will be laughing together at your funny commentary. Thank you for that. Jay Blaze, $5, says, condolences, Donovan, way too soon. Marcus B, 28, $5, says, the only times my evening just stopped when I heard this news was when Michael Jackson and Prince died. James Dudley, $10, appreciate that, says, RIP to the Godfather. I fear the void he left can't be filled. Hang in there, Donovan, you're doing fine. Blue Will 59 says, here crying like hell watching this OG. Rest up, Godfather. Mac Valentino, $5. I appreciate that. Will S, welcome to chat privileges. Mark Stewart, $20, says, rest in peace to the Godfather. To the haters who cheered on his passing, karma is coming for y'all. Hold your head up, Mr. Sharpe. I appreciate you guys' support. You know, this is hard, man. This is really, it's really fucking hard. We're gonna get to the phone lines here shortly, but what I really want to talk about is what's going on on the internet. It is, you know, it's interesting. It's very, very interesting. This is the same reaction that Kevin Samuels is getting when he died is the same as Kobe Bryant. Black women openly celebrated the death of Kobe Bryant. There were women out there making comments like, I hope Kobe was burning to death while reaching for his burned daughter and crying. Like, they actually said this about him. The reason why black women openly celebrated Kobe Bryant's death is because Kobe Bryant was married to a non-black woman. Gentlemen, I'm here to tell you. Black women openly celebrating this man's death. It's and I appreciate the super chat. I'm not really a karma guy. I don't believe in karma. A lot of women say, "Oh, Kevin Samuels got what was coming to him. You know, winter came early for him and all that other kind of stuff." We don't need karma, gentlemen. We don't need karma. The women who are openly celebrating his death, they're already at a loss, man. Any woman openly celebrating Kevin Samuels' death, clearly a woman who's miserable. Gotta be. Nobody in their right minds who living a good life is going to openly celebrate the death of another person, another human being. This guy didn't kill anybody. He didn't murder babies. He didn't do any of that stuff. All this man did was tell the truth about the black community. The black community is an abject disaster. And the black community's reaction to his death is a manifestation of that reality. It's a manifestation of that reality. Anytime, I don't know of any other group of people, and I'm talking about black women, I don't know if there is any other group of people who outwardly celebrate a black man's death with the kind of vitriol and rhetoric that black women do. Never seen it. Let's take a look at some of this stuff before we get to the phone lines here. This is the kind of stuff that we're dealing with here. My unapologetic views on Kevin Samuels' death disrespectfully. Oh, okay. A beastus. Got it. Kevin Samuels made his money off misogynistic views of not just women, but specifically black women. No, we do not have to revel in his death, but quit acting like we're heartless because we are unaffected by it. His death is more proof that as black women, we're always expected to look the other way, forgive and forget, to live and let live. It's 2022. We choose to see and respond, pay attention and hold accountability, and to live in our truths, even if it offends. Black women are never taught to look the other way or forgive or forget. You guys can thank Tyler Perry for that. Black women are the most unattractive, masculine acting group of people here in the West. But they're always screaming from the highest mountaintops what they're taught to do. You guys aren't taught to forgive and forget or look the other way. No, man. No, you guys are taught to act like men. Y'all are taught to throw bows. So, black women, you guys can miss me with what society expects of you. Society knows what they expect of you. And you guys are proven society right here. Forgive me if my thoughts are all over the place, guys. Manosphere Paradigm with 70 czars says, Kevin lived by example and showed men how to pursue your purpose, stand up to the gynocracy, and sowing message of healing and restoration. Rest in peace, GOAT. Stephen Steele says, $5, says, rest in power, Kevin Samuels. The Godfather is gone, but his energy is forever. We're with you in this loss. My brother, Duty Honor Caffeine, $10, says, I celebrate life. No tears for me. A man that leaves a great legacy is a hero and a king. I celebrate the good times and laugh at the ignorant and evil haters. They know not what they do. No, they know what they do. They know what they do. And karma's not coming for the haters. Karma's not coming for the haters. The haters have already gotten what was coming to them. That's the reason why they're upset with Kevin. The women who are outwardly celebrating Kevin Samuels, the reason why they're happy is because the man who told them who and what they are and did it without a veneer of bullshit. That's why. He's the guy. He's the guy that had his pulse on the black. Listen, he's the guy that told us exactly who and what you guys were. I suppose I'd be mad too if I were y'all. Saleh Aminu with the £9 says, paying my respect to a legend. I had the pleasure of talking to him on his show, Rest in Peace, to one of the most prolific figures in modern day dating, Alex Inman. Holy God, with the $500 super chat. Jesus Christ, thank you. Says, held my tears back yesterday when I knew he was really gone. We were supposed to have our next consultation this month. I'm taking the advice he gave me and taking action. Here's my last tuition payment to the Godfather. Well done to my frat brother and mentor. Thank you very much, Mr. Inman. Chris Manson, $10, says, pouring one out for a good man too soon. Men need to be better in his honor. You're goddamn right. El Chino, $10, RIP to the Godfather. Albo Ace, $20, says, rest in peace to the Godfather. Kevin Donovan, condolences to you and thank you for everything you do for us men out here. We must stick together and carry on Kevin's legacy. Abso-fucking-lutely. Black Wolf Inc., $5, says, long live the Godfather. I'm probably not going to stay because this one really freaking hurts. These are coming in hot and heavy, guys. Just let me, I'll get through a few more of these and then we'll go to the phone lines. Carrot Juice Podcast says, life is lived out here. Life is about people. Kevin Samuels, rest well. Kevin, you will always be remembered and your legacy will never be forgotten. Well said. It's Mr. Daniels in the chat says, man, the mark he left will live on forever, ever. Mac Valentino, $2, says, keep your head up, man. Hope Kevin's legacy lives on. Hassan McMillan, $20, says, much respect and rest in peace to Kevin Samuels and stay strong, Mr. Sharpe. Charlie McIntyre, welcome to chat privileges. Mike Nogo Zones, $5, says, Donovan, I'm watching this from Iraq. I'm here filming my web series. Kevin Samuels saved lives, in my opinion. Stay strong. No, he saved lives, period. Kevin Samuels saved lives, man. That's nobody's opinion. That's a fact. Anton Shields, $10, says, thank you, Mr. Sharpe. Mr. Samuels, may your... says, Mr. Samuels, may your soul rest in peace, but your legacy... your legacy burn everlasting. A legacy of resiliency, grace, and integrity, giving men all over a template on how to reclaim their voice. Thank you for that. Stephen Ortiz says, RIP to the best in this sphere. Agent 47, €20. Says, rest in peace, Kevin. Your content and knowledge is already stored on the hard drive. That's right. You made me truly desired by women. Without you, I would never have been able to be so resilient to deal with the big loss of my biological father. Absolutely. Albo Ace, another $5, says, women hated Kevin because he spoke the truth and they didn't like to hear it. Kevin kept it 1,000% real. Black Wolf Inc. says, listen to Nas, Damian Marley, count your blessings. Appreciate that very, very much. You guys are too kind. You guys are too kind. Let me go to the phone lines here so we can start to get through these. Let's go to Jay Blaze in Maine. Jay Blaze in Maine, you're on live at Donovan. Go ahead.
Hey, condolences, Donovan, on the loss.
Yeah, thank you, man. I appreciate that.
Yeah, this is, you had a 1%er from the black community who tried to give back to black women and black families, and he is getting roasted. It is absolutely disgusting.
It's insane, man. And what the black community does not understand, what most people don't understand, Jay Blaze, is that people are only truthful with you because they love you. If they don't love you, they're going to lie to you. They're going to tell you all kinds of lies. Listen, I love Devin. That's why I'm truthful with her. I want to, obviously there are certain things that, that I have to, keep to myself. But what the black community didn't understand, what black women didn't understand, is this is exactly why Kevin did what he did, because he loved black women. If Derek Jackson doesn't love black women, Derek Jackson hates y'all, right? Derek Jackson hates the fuck out of black women. And the reason why we know, and thanks for the call, Jay Blaze, the reason why we know Derek Jackson hates black women is because he's made a fortune lying to them. These bitches out here talking about you need to respect Derek Jackson. No, Now, I respect his hustle. I respect the fact that he uses y'all, and he's made a fortune on the backs of you guys. But Derek Jackson never gave a fuck about y'all. He didn't. He lied to you guys. Derek Jackson lies to black women because he doesn't fuck with black women like that. He just doesn't. Kevin Samuels loved the black community. He loved black women. This is why he was honest with them. And in typical black woman fashion, when someone is brutally honest with them, they respond with vitriol. It's incredible. Let's go to Geeky Anomaly. Geeky Anomaly, what's going on, man? Thanks for calling in, man.
Hey, man. First of all, strength, brother.
Yeah, thank you. It's tough, but I appreciate it.
And sorry if I called you too late last night. I was freaking out, and I was like, "There's no way this is true." That's why I called you. I'm like, if anyone's gonna know, it's gonna be Don.
Yeah. I mean that's no problem at all, man. You don't have to apologize for that. I knew that I actually had to turn off my phone after a while because it just got to a point where I didn't want to see any of it anymore. It was just this is the craziest thing I've ever been through.
Yeah. I wanna shout him out real quick and let everyone know the first Kevin Samuels video I ever watched that I think every man should watch. It was entitled "Things Your Father Should Have Taught You, Grown Damn Man Training."
Yeah, right. I remember that one. Yes.
Yeah, it was a really good one. It's 2 hours about grooming, about making your home smell nice, always making sure you got white wine in the fridge ready to go because women love white wine.
Right.
And I never forget him, man, when he was like, "Yo, nasty, scrub your butthole. It's nasty."
That was one thing about Kevin, man.
And it struck a chord with me, and from there, I fell in love with the guy, and was just watching him ever since. And real quick, I have a humble request to make.
Sure.
I hereby propose to the Men's Development Arena that the first week in May be Kevin Samuels Week.
100%.
And every year during that week, we further dive into things he discussed, principles he brought up and talked about, and kind of dive deeper into them and expand on them and continue his work.
I think that is a fantastic idea. Geeky Anomaly, thanks for your thoughts, man. I appreciate it.
Strength, man.
All right, appreciate it. Geeky Anomaly calling from Vegas. Yeah, Geeky Anomaly, good, very, very, very good friend of mine. I was actually thinking about doing something like that. I think it goes without saying that this second CME is going to be dedicated to the memory of Kevin Samuels. We'll get to the calls here in just a second. Colin, $2, says, may rest in peace, the greatest man of all time. I appreciate that. Man, you guys are too kind today. I can't tell you guys how much I appreciate all of this. I'm gonna have to get a hold of somebody to find out when and where his funeral is, because I can't not attend. I can't not do that. Ray Z3 Excerpt, welcome to chat privileges. BMB La Familia, Eric Weston, welcome to chat privileges. Silver Wolf, $5 says The Godfather rise undefeated. Goddamn right. Clifford Charles says respect to the Manosphere. Rest in peace. Kevin Samuels, Colin, $2. I already read that one. Spider-Man, $5 says so sad that he is gone. Rest in peace, Kevin, the Godfather. May God bless his family. Carrot Juice Podcast, welcome to chat privileges. Brandon Robinson, $20 says I honestly believe his death was a setup. I think we can agree, gentlemen, that something is just not right here. It's just too all of a sudden. I'm not going to speculate on what killed him, but I do know this. Kevin was a cancer survivor. And Devin actually sent me an article a little bit earlier, and you guys probably know this. And this is just, I'm just basing this on things that I've seen and heard. I'm not a medical professional, but I've heard and seen on some articles that the treatment for cancer can weaken the heart. It can weaken and sometimes even damage the heart. Kevin is a cancer survivor, and the treatment that he went through may have damaged his heart, and that may have been a factor. That may have been a factor in his that may have been a factor in his passing. Let's try to be respectful. But from what I understand, he died of cardiac arrest, which is a heart attack. And people are talking about, well, it's because he drank too many Red Bulls and this and that. I'm not getting into the speculation. We'll wait for the official word. Minister Jap is in the house, man. Shout out to you, says, bro, this hurts. I was never trying to believe it. I wanted it to be trolls. Rest in peace. We got to cherish ourselves as a family. Yeah, Jap called me. I remember Jap, and I was supposed to hit you back, Jap, last night. I apologize. But yeah, Jap called. I called Jap. I was like, yo, what have you heard? And Jap told me, he's like, listen, man, this started off on a troll site. It's probably nothing. That made me feel a little bit better. Then I called AMS and I said, look, man, give him a call. See if you can call him. He said, yeah, I'll try to give him a call. AMS couldn't get a hold of him. That's Frederick Carter, $20 says in the Bible, when Elijah told the truth about Jezebel, she tried to have him killed. So the responses from these real life Jezebels about Kevin Samuels isn't surprising. He fulfilled his mission here on earth. Yeah, he did. Listen, man, just because, and let me just, to the people who think that this is over, nothing's over. Like Kevin opened Pandora's box. The truth is out there. Once you see and hear the truth, it can't be unseen and it can't be unheard. Just because Kevin is not around to do what he has to do anymore, dude. I mean, his channel's got 1.5 million subscribers. He'll probably be at 10 million by the end of the day. All of that knowledge is in a time capsule now. All that knowledge is in a time capsule. You can't undo what he did. You can't. Medicine Womb, welcome to chat privileges. Appreciate that. 2D Universe says, when one man falls, other men must pick up the flag. Kevin said the show must go on. I can't hold Kevin's jockstrap, man. The impact that he had is something that I'll never be able to. I'll never be Kevin Samuels. Kevin was older. He was wiser. He had much better control of his emotional faculties than I ever will. He's more knowledgeable. Not only that is I can't really. A lot of guys are telling me, yeah, you got to pick up the mantle. Kevin Samuels really cared about the black community. He really did. Listen, this is going to rub a lot of people the wrong way. I don't. I'd like to be able to care about the black community, but the black community has made it very, very clear to me since I'm 16 years old that there's really no place for guys like me. There's really not. I got made fun of in high school. I got made fun of in college. I did shows with O'Shea. His audience didn't like me, and a lot of people used to talk a bunch of shit about Kevin, like, oh, Kevin made it and now he doesn't fuck with Donovan anymore. No, man. Kevin couldn't fuck with me anymore, at least not publicly. The reason why is because Kevin could not endorse a Donovan Sharpe. He couldn't say, hey, and I saw, there are people in the video where he had Dennis Sperling, the lead attorney, mediocre tutorials and reviews. Dude, to me, that's the four horsemen. Those are the four horsemen that he chose. But people are like, oh, you left behind Donovan. No. He didn't leave me behind, man. both Kevin and I knew we knew early on. And I remember this conversation we had, I want to say it was back in like 16 or 17. I was joking around with him. I said, hey, man, if you ever actually do make it out here, I was like, you're going to have to separate yourself from me, right? And he kind of chuckled. I was like, no, he didn't really understand it at the time. But, after watching me on the brother pill for a couple of seasons, he's like, yeah, he's like, I now understand. He's like, just don't take it personally. So, Brandon Schaefer, $5 says, Kevin made me a better wife. And has given me an amazing marriage. I feel devastated at the loss of his guidance. God damn. Son Moses, $2 says, thanks to all of the RP content creators, plus Kevin Samuels. Black Wolf Inc. says, Kevin Samuels inspired me by the way my godfather, my stepfather, my bishop taught me to be the man I am. Thank you, Don, for having Kevin Samuels on the 6. Lavord 1980 with the $100 super chat says, rest in peace, Kevin. Much love to you, Donovan. It was you, Kevin, CGA, that woke up the warrior in me and helped me get my life back on the right track. Anybody that thinks Kevin's legacy dies here, you're sadly mistaken, and the saga continues. Love you for what you do, bro. Abso-fucking-lutely. I say this all the time, guys. The train does not the train stays on the tracks, man. The train stays on the tracks. Okay, one of the engineers, Kevin is gone, and just because he's gone doesn't mean that just because he's gone does not mean doesn't mean that his message is forgotten. Doesn't mean the fight has got to stop. It's hard to talk about this, man. It really, really is. Let me go back to the phone lines. Let's go to Slambright in Denver. Slambright in Denver, you're on live with Donovan. Go ahead.
What's up? What's up, Donovan? How you doing, man?
I've been better.
Yeah. I don't want to take up too much of your time, but I feel sorry, not as much for the men in this community, but for the women who are just raising their arms in victory right now, and they don't even know what they've lost.
No.
They just exactly what you said with Derek Jackson, just lying right to their face.
Right.
And Kevin said it once that lying it's easy.
Yeah.
The truth is the hard half.
That's right.
And it takes a high value man that he was and that he coined is the man that walks that path, and that is hard for these women to get behind. And just it's like they set their community on fire, and now they're dancing around the ashes and cheering. They don't even know. They don't even know. But the last thing is people are going to be talking about who the next Kevin Samuels is going to be. And I truly believe in my heart that Kevin, he wouldn't want there to be a next Kevin Samuels.
Yeah.
He would want a man to rise up and be his own man and be a shepherd of this community and to make his own name as a high-value man and a leader of men. And so for all of you out there who are wondering what you can do to be the next Kevin Samuels, don't. Be your own man, make your own name, and make Kevin proud. If there is anything that we can do to honor this man, is not to be the next him, it's to be who we were meant and able to be.
Thanks for the thoughts, Slam Bright. Even if somebody wanted to be the next Kevin Samuels, it's not going to happen. Kevin, I believe, Kevin is a once in a generation type dude, man. What he was able to accomplish in this environment with the cancel culture and hashtag Me Too and everything that's against men in this day and age, and he was still able to build the following that he was able to build, despite the algorithm, despite being shadow banned, despite any of that stuff. He was still able to be able to build a following, talking about what he talked about in this environment. That's nothing short of a miracle, man. And he pulled it off. He fucking pulled it off, man. Let's go to Zach in Florida. Zach in Florida, you're on Live with Donovan. Go ahead.
Hey, Donovan. I really just wanted to say I'm sorry for your loss.
Thank you.
And we, as a manosphere, have really lost a powerful voice. His message was harsh but necessary, and it's really up to people like you, Myron, carry the torch and keep fighting the good fight. You know, we're all here to do what we're meant to do, and then we're called back home. But Kevin, he brought a certain elegance to the manosphere and the red pill. It'll only ever be imitated, but never replicated.
Absolutely.
And,
absolutely, man.
He'll be sorely missed.
Thanks for the call,
And,
Zach. I appreciate that very, very much. Yeah, I mean, listen, man. Like I said, there's gonna be plenty of imitators, but no one. I mean, dude, Kevin was one of a kind, man. He was one of a kind, man. No one could really no one could replicate his style, his wit, his intelligence, his comedy, his humor, his mentorship, and let's go to Anel in Brooklyn. Anel in Brooklyn, you're on Live with Donovan. Go ahead.
Hey, Donovan. Yeah, it's been a while since we talked.
Yeah.
I was the early subscriber of yours, and it's actually because of BGS Ibmore.
Oh yeah, right. Black Gnostic Spirits. Yeah.
Yes, he introduced me to you and to Kevin, and early on, I did not like Kevin for some of the things that he was saying about us as black men. And I remember BGS did a video, and he was speaking to the people in his audience, and he actually demanded that they apologize to him because we were acting emotionally like women, and we didn't really hear his message.
Right.
And once we took our feelings out of it, and we really heard the message, we was like, yo, what he's saying is right. It's a sad day. It's a very sad day. I didn't want to believe the news.
Oh my God, dude!
I was listening to different streams. Shout out to Solo TV 84.
Yeah.
Myron, I was listening to him. A few other people. I'm friends with some people in the manosphere, and I talked to them, and they confirmed it too. What I want to talk about too is something you said earlier about the black community.
Yeah.
And it's an embarrassment of the behaviors that I'm seeing on social media.
It's unbelievable.
From black women. And there's some black men too, but some black women. It is a travesty. They are dancing like the witch is dead. It's just a shame. And I'm sorry. I know this guy is a friend of yours, but I got to call him out because I'm going to keep it all the way 100 today. I saw a post by Steve the Dean Williams, and he said some very disparaging things in the post about Kevin. I'm not going to read it here, but I did DM you on Instagram.
Was this recently?
Yeah, this is recently. This was yesterday.
Okay.
And I DM'd it to you yesterday. I don't know if you saw your Instagram DMs, but just some of the vitriol that he got from the manosphere because of his exposure really made me look at the manosphere sideways, and I've actually kind of stepped away from the black manosphere because of the jealousy that he was getting. And honestly, that's why you haven't heard from me in a while, because I was just really disappointed in the behaviors going on from black men who are supposed to be leaders as someone that we look up to. And it's just a shame. It's just a shame. It really is.
Let me ask you something. I'm looking at my. Tell me what exactly did the Instagram post say?
Well, Steve the Dean, I'm going to read it to you. When you make a deal with the devil, he always gets his money back. Remember, people die every day. Remember, this isn't MLK or MJ or Kobe. I guess we need to make a street with his name to make you sheep feel better.
Yeah, Steve's out of pocket,
I'm taking receipts from every motherfucker in the manosphere on Instagram, whatever, and I'm keeping record of that shit because these people are despicable. Despicable.
I appreciate the call, man. Thank you for alerting me to that. Thank you, Anel in Brooklyn. That's upsetting. That's upsetting. That really, I think that pisses me off a little bit. That pisses me off a little bit, man. Okay. Just so you guys know, I haven't been associated with... that really, really upsets me. That really I haven't had anything to do with Steve the Dean since his on-air blow-up with Solo TV 84 and Myron Gaines on The 7. I'm not going to get into details, but he embarrassed himself, he embarrassed me, and the more I learn about him and who he really is, the more I'm beginning to see that I made a huge error in judgment in terms of his character. Nobody's perfect, man. I'm not perfect. I've certainly done my dirt, but to kick a man while he's down is that's out of bounds. It's out of bounds, man. Oh man, that really, 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 really pisses me right off. Wow. Holy fuck. That is... Let me read some of these super chats. I'll get to y'all's calls here shortly. Digital Gangsters Podcast, $5, says Kevin made it up. My standards about how I conduct myself every day. Katahiro with the €5 says, rest in peace, Mr. Samuels. This is sudden. Nike Slim, $10, says he didn't pass Donovan. He ascended. Let the haters hate soon. They will wish they have guidance when they drag themselves into a hole from a once-in-a-lifetime man. The truth remains. I appreciate you, sir. I'm telling you, he's a once-in-a-generation dude, man. We're never going to see anybody else like Kevin. Not in my lifetime. I cannot fucking believe Steve said that shit, man. That really, man, that's boy, that's upsetting, man. That is very... Sorry about that, guys. Keith Simon, 5 CADs, I think that's Canadian dollars, says first week of May, Kevin Samuels week, buy a suit, man. You've got an entire year if you don't have one, so no excuses. Absolutely. Flesh eat corn, or fish eat corn, with 9 British pounds, says, I found Kevin through you, Donovan. Both of you made me a better man. Kevin was a father to everyone, not just the black community. We are his sons, and his legacy will live on in every one of us. Jay Woodyard Jr., $20, says, nothing can express the pain of his loss to the men of the Manosphere. Donovan, we're riding with you, bro. Men, never forget how black women are treating this. Tommy Sotomayor was right 16 years ago. Let's go to Julian from Lake Elsinore. Julian from Lake Elsinore, you're on live with Donovan. Go ahead.
Hey, man. I just want to say my condolences, all right?
Thank you.
To be honest, I've been through pain just like what you're going through. When I was 15, I lost the one man that actually cared about me, and that was my grandfather, all right?
Yeah.
I was 15. I came home from because he gave me money that day to go somewhere, so I went and I did some shit, you know, because I was living in small town Texas at the time.
Yeah.
I found him slumped in his fucking chair, having shot himself.
Oh my god.
Well, I came home years later. I found out years later from the doctor he was seeing, he'd been diagnosed with dementia. He didn't want to die forgetting his only grandson.
Oh wow! Holy moly! Okay. Well, that makes a lot of sense.
I can feel the pain in your voice, man. I can feel it. Let that pain and anger fuel you, man. Turn that into a weapon, brother. Turn that into a weapon. Okay?
Yeah.
And to be honest, I want to say this before I go, all right? So pardon me for sounding loud or rude or anything, all right?
Okay.
So all the fucking haters, so these Taniqua bitches with fucking bougie hairstyles, tank top t-shirts, and more tattoos than friends, and to fucking Steve the Dean, pussy-ass Williams, fuck you and good night. In the words of Tommy Sotomayor, fuck you and good night.
Well said, Julian. I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to let that go, man. I'm gonna have to let that go. That's the only way that's the only way I'm getting through that. I'm just gonna have to let that shit go. Let me quickly read these super chats, and then we'll get right back to the phone lines here. Actually had a list of all of them. Here we go. All right, your super chats. Don DeMarco, $5 says, our women have become demonic. They're not my women. Shit, fuck that. Jazzy, $10 says, Donovan, condolences. A great loss for the community and Godfather Kevin's Patreon family. He was amazing and set a standard for us to achieve our greatest potential. A man who lived on his purpose. Absolutely, man. Darius Robbins, $20 says, can you and O'Shea get right again after this? Yeah, okay. All right. I'm good with that. I'm good with that. I think that I think enough time has passed by, and we're at this point we're just being petty, you know. Kevin's death is not. We got to come together on this, man. We do. So I'll reach out to O'Shea, and I don't know. Maybe we can start doing collaborations again. Dare I say? I don't know. We'll have to see. But no, I don't have a problem with that. I think that's a good suggestion. At some point we got to mature. We just got to be a man. We got to be men. We got to get past it. Sammy Jones, $8.44 says, appreciate you everything you do, Donovan, and RIP to one of the best to do it. I couldn't find your Cash App to donate. That's okay. I think it's $sign Donovan Sharpe if you want to donate via Cash App. I don't care. I appreciate any donations, but that's not what this is about. Karn, $20 says, I used to live defensively in terms of reactions, but Kevin was one of the men that showed me how to go out and live proactively. Rest to the GOAT. He's a shining example for us all. Uncomfortable Truth, $10 says, found Unk through your channel. Frames, fragrances, and footwear. Yeah. After that came the conversation most are familiar with. He helped me get through my divorce, land my house, and start my trucking business. Appreciate that very, very much. Ty, Sports Droppings, the guy that I used to do the sports podcast with, says the heart's been snatched from this community. The progenitors of the Black Manosphere were quickly snuffed out. Kevin played it pitch perfect to amplify the message and become untouchable. Love you, bro. He was an untouchable, man. He really, really was. Joe Chesser says, with 20 pounds, a British pound, says, rarely do I super chat, but I will today. Just it ain't Saturday, but damn well wore a suit. Kevin Samuel's legacy will live forever. Without his content, there would be a lot I wouldn't know or understand about life. Rest in peace. Karn says, in terms of relationships with women, I guess it bleeped that out. Jared Bogarty, $10 says, Donovan, thank you for continuing to tell the truth. Rest in power, Kevin Samuels, Mod Squad forever. Brandon Kramer, $20 says, RIP to Godfather Kevin Samuels. I recently came to the Red Pill Sphere, and he along with Joker were two creators I first started binge watching. His legacy will live on through everyone he got his message out to. Absolutely. Rob West, $5 $5 says, we all need a blueprint. Kev was the blueprint. From the lessons to the attire, he is exactly what they don't want us to be as black men. Rest up, Kev. Absolutely. Lou Elaine, $5 Canadian says, Donovan, so glad you recovered and nice to see at this sad time. Much respect for Kevin. He cared very deeply for the women he wanted to help. Like I said, man, everybody wants to dog Kevin for the shit that he said. He was telling y'all the truth. Kevin was truthful to y'all because he loved y'all. Y'all stupid, ignorant ass bitches don't know a fucking helping hand when y'all see one. It said y'all are dancing on his grave. Jesus fucking Christ. Under a Blacklight, $50 super chat says, Kevin had an amazing effect on my life. He made me more confident and less dishonest man in my relationship. My girl is a fan of his also. We are now engaged to be married. Kevin did that for us. We love you, Godfather. The work will continue. Very good. I like to hear stories like that. Medicine Womb says, it's an honor to have a mighty guardian angel, Kevin. Appreciate that. $2.22. Root Beer Floats, $10 says, Kevin proved that players, women, can't argue with referees, men, on the rules of the game, the dating market. I like that. Good analogy. Says the game itself just ends if they do. Remove them from your game and keep playing until match point. Absolutely. Asher James, $5 says, don't shortchange yourself. I know for me, you were the exposure to many red pill content. You're not Kevin, but you left your own imprint. Yeah, you're right. Caesar Babadia with $100 super chat. Appreciate that very, very much. As this man gave me the tools to turn my life around in the dating market and beyond that. We just lost a library's worth of knowledge and life experience. There won't be another like him. This hurts, but focus on being grateful we had him at all. God damn right. I wasn't going to do any sound effects, but that one deserves a Don DeMarco. Yeah, let's just be thankful of the time we had with him, man. Agent 47 says, Kevin, the first time I listened to you was on Fresh and Fit. Says you called in and told Amanda the truth and roasted her. I was impressed by your sharp mind and thoughts. I will remember you in much details like fragrance. Yes, I was in the Fresh and Fit studio during that fateful phone call with Amanda. JK with the 20 British pounds says, people with nothing good to say should just shut the French toast up. Good man down. Trumpet play tap. Salute. Thank you, Mr. Samuels. Let's go to Ahmad in Kansas City. Ahmad in Kansas City, you're on live at Donovan. Go ahead. Ahmad in Kansas City, are you there?
Hello?
Yes, Ahmad.
Oh, yes. How you doing, Donovan? It's cloudy here. My mind is cloudy, man. My heart is heavy. It's one of those days you just want to wake up and it was just a bad dream, but we have to face reality, man.
Yeah, man.
Kevin Samuels, I don't wear glasses. My vision is 20/20. But the Godfather gave me lenses to life after my divorce that when we say the guy really saved lives, he probably has saved me from a half a dozen attempts where I would have probably been in a bad situation with the wrong girl. When he would go over on his show to say, avoid these females, don't lay your D in these females, be the best version of yourself.
Yeah.
That guy was a fucking imam. He was an imam, as we would say in our culture. He was a book full of wisdom and knowledge. And to see these thoughts celebrating a man who brought more value to society than probably a population of a city, to see them attack his character and drink in cheers. You know, you drink in cheers when you celebrate something. Your team has won a Super Bowl, your brother's getting married, and to see them. But you know what he taught us? These are leftover females, and they have nothing to celebrate. And it makes sense. These are losers. These are leftovers.
Yes.
These are females that got more tattoos than ex-convicts. And to be honest, I really had to turn it off. I cannot see anyone celebrating a legend. This guy is a legend. He's the fucking GOAT. There's Michael Jordan in basketball, there's Muhammad Ali in boxing, and there's fucking Kevin Samuels when it comes to life.
Goddamn right.
This guy taught us about life. I'm telling you, man, he saved me in so many ways. He's given me a new vision. He's told, you know what he's told me? He's told me, hey, Ahmad, you have the right to fucking have high standards.
Yes.
And don't put don't fucking have anyone tell you no. That's what he taught me. It's heavy over here, man. It's heavy.
I appreciate the thoughts, Ahmad. Listen, you guys know me. I used to come on and talk all the time about him. Kevin never steered me in the wrong direction. Every piece of advice, I can't do every single piece of advice that Kevin ever gave me always worked like a charm. Always worked like a charm. Dude, I leaned on Kevin all the time, man. All the time. And I've known... All right, let's go to Alan Buffalo. Alan Buffalo, you're on live with Donovan. Go ahead.
Hey, Donovan. Thanks for having me again.
Yeah, of course.
I'm sorry for everyone's loss, to be honest.
Thank you.
The biggest shame outside of losing him is that a lot of people didn't take his message. A lot of people are really content in internalizing some of the inadequacy. Maybe they're too fat. Maybe they're too argumentative, so forth and so on.
Yeah.
And to see someone try to correct it ends up feeling like they're attacking you, and they just don't want to accept it, and they dismiss it as your tone.
Yeah, you know what they always say, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. And there is some truth to that, but sometimes there's just no easy way to tell the truth. I'll give you the last word, Al.
Yeah, because the only way you can give someone advice outside of placating them is being direct and honest about it. I tried having that same conversation with my mother, and she did a lot of the same things.
There you go.
You just brick it at the truth of it.
Yeah, that's
even when someone is telling you they know something better than you do, like men, for example, talking to women. They don't want to hear it.
It's incredible, man. It's a very female way of thinking. I appreciate the call, Alan Buffalo. Let me read some of these. Let me read some more of these super chats here, and I appreciate you guys' generosity. This is over freaking whelming. Pardon me. Oh, I thought I'd lost my place. Give me a second, guys. I apologize. Oh, wait a minute. There's JK Slambright. Sorry about this, guys. Let me hit the refresh button. I'm actually having to go toward the back channels, but yeah, Kevin never ever steered me in the wrong direction. Kevin always gave me excellent advice, man, and it didn't matter what it was. One Way $5 says Steve the Dean has long been an effeminate and a hater. It would appear that that's the case. And on behalf of my audience and on behalf of myself, on behalf of Steve the Dean Williams, guys, I'd like to apologize. I'd like to apologize to you guys for exposing you guys to the likes of him. I had no idea that he was a house husband. I didn't know that he had the secret undercover hate. I had no idea. I made an error in judgment, and for that, I am sincerely apologetic for that. So my condolences to you guys for having exposed you to the likes of someone like Steve the Dean Williams. I cannot believe what his Yardley Moise, $10 says Kevin Samuels had mad beaches. Technically, he didn't die alone. All you clowns need to stop saying that. He died a legend. Absolutely. Agent Matt, $20 says rest in peace. Kevin, you are a real one. To all the haters, death is the undisputed champion. Losers, good luck. Yeah, right. BMB La Familia, $5 says, I first heard about Kevin Samuels in 2016. I was in a very dark place in my life. His lessons got me through. His message, his timeless, his legacy will live on. Absolutely. Slambright, $10 says, Donovan, no need for you to apologize for being emotional. No one is expecting you to keep it together. A man of Kevin's nature, the personal, professional loss is immeasurable. We're with you, man. I just can't believe this is real. I really can't. The Everyday Witch, $5, says, Mr. Samuels helped me to become a better wife to my husband. I shall continue to live his teaching and pass the knowledge on to my children. Very good. Very good. Lion of Judah says, Hebrews chapter 9, verse 17, King James Version, for a testament is a force after men are dead. Otherwise, it is of no strength at all, while the testator liveth. Rest in peace, frat brother. Abso-fucking-lutely. Klein Guy John, $20, says, long live Kevin Samuels and his messages of better outcomes and relationships in life. Appreciate that. Kobe KD, $10, says, Kevin Samuels was a renaissance man. Very good. Yes, I have never, ever seen him lose an argument or a debate. He was truly a master and a shooting star who shifted culture. He changed my life. I now understand my value. Dude, Kevin was undefeated against these hoes. Like, dude, he was undefeated against these hoes. Like, real talk. Like, he never lost an argument, even with me. I think I'm 0-12 against Kevin when I tried to argue with him about something. Heart of Glory, $131, $20, says, the torch has been passed. Black men, let's unite and take back the Garden of Eden. We're going to have to come together in some way, shape, or form. Clean says, everybody's got to play Your Good Lies by Vividry. Rest in peace, Kevin Samuels. Yes, Your Good Lies. That's Kevin Samuels' theme song by Vividry. Holy SSM says, Kevin is the truth, and his word is going to live in me till I die myself, and I hope in many other men's hearts forever. Absolutely. You're goddamn right. Mr. G, $20, says, I was there during the early days of Kevin Samuels when he spoke to men only. It was beautiful to watch him grow. My favorite fragrance is Tom Ford Oud Wood. Rest in peace and condolences, Donovan. Absolutely. The L Factor, $10, says, Kevin showed us that arguing night after night with black women can literally kill. Kevin says, Kevin showed us all that arguing night after night with black women can literally kill you. Yeah, goddamn right. Brad with the $5 super chat says, RIP to the Godfather Kevin Samuels. Thank you, Donovan. Keep living. You are one of the last real ones left. I hope not. There's got to be more of us. There's got to be more of us, man. Got to be more. Getaway Sounds, $10, says, his death and how these low vibe people responds proves Mr. Samuels right. Absolutely. Da Vinci HD Production, $10, says, first time super chat, this is a terrible loss. Kevin Samuels woke me up to my inadequacies as a man. He is how I found you and Fresh and Fit and Coach Greg. The work will continue. Keep your head up, Donovan. You are a legend. Well, I appreciate that. Leveling Up Gaming and Family, $5, says, Kevin will continue to live through us. I am grateful for him and the whole community. Abundance Kofi, $10. $10 says, he left it all out on the field and taught us a pivotal lesson in creating life. You want execution over excuses. Live full, die empty. Hashtag max out. Hashtag abundance. Neil Ray, $2 says, $2 says, my condolences to you, Donovan. Stay strong, bro. Average Man Unplugged, $2 super chat says, does anyone else feel like they lost a father? Jesus Christ. I don't feel like I lost a father. I feel like I lost a brother, man. Coach Scott Gately, $10 says, I first saw Kevin like 3 years ago on your show talking about fashion. I love dressing good and enjoyed that video. Couldn't believe he would one day wind up going viral and becoming legendary. I knew he had it in him, man. And listen, man, I'm not trying to pat myself on the back here or play the result. But dude, there's a reason why I continued to give Kevin a platform, because I knew at some point he was going to make it. Now, did I expect this kind of impact? No, but I was pretty close, man. This is the reason why I associated myself with John from Modern Life Dating, because I knew he could make an impact. This is why I associate myself with Myron Gaines. Same thing. I saw it. I mean, dude, I knew it. I knew it from the jump, man. He's one of the smartest people I've ever met in my life, and it's not surprising that he accomplished what he accomplished. Ant Tycoon, wow, with the 400, Jesus fucking Christ, $400 super chat. Holy shit. Says it's crazy. It was crazy. A girl who was on Fresh and Fit with the roommates, and Kevin called in, was on the show last night, and it kind of gave me the chills. Did Kevin And fresh and fit exit on positive note. I was just curious. Don't mean to pry. Value your time on this planet, ladies and gentlemen. He created a legacy, and we should all follow suit. Rest in peace to Kevin Samuels. I'm not privy to what the relations were between Kevin and Myron. I'll let him address that when he sees fit. But I tend to stay out of those. Okay, let's go to Jay in Nashville. Jay in Nashville, you're on live at Donovan, and you go ahead.
Yeah, what's going on, Donovan?
Hey, man.
Man, my condolences, brother.
Thank you. It's been tough.
And I actually found him through Minister Japp.
Okay.
And I just want to say, I remember Minister Japp said you truly inspired him on one of his shows, and I didn't know who you were. And when he said, shout out to Donovan Sharpe, I respect him, he's this, he's that. And I tuned into you. That was, I don't know how many, it was maybe 2 years ago, and I've been rocking with you ever since. Right?
Right, I appreciate that.
And here's the thing, though. I've been watching you ever since, and then I started watching you. But see, the thing is, I started with Tommy Sotomayor. He led me to Japp. Japp led me to you. And you led me to Fresh and Fit, Kevin Samuels, Rollo Tomasi, and basically the entire manosphere, man. All right?
Yeah.
Now, I saw on my timeline, my Twitter and Facebook and Instagram, what black women were saying about Kevin Samuels, right?
Yeah.
And it opened my eyes, man. It really did.
It's incredible, man. It is incredible.
We know how they really feel when, this is it, man. The black women and the blue pill black men, we know how they really feel. We know what they really think. And this is an eye-opener, really.
Yeah.
I'm really upset about it. I'm really pissed about it, man. And I'm going to tell you this. Tommy was right about black women all those years ago.
Yep,
and
he
people
was.
thought he was so harsh.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I want to say thank you to you, man, because, you really opened our eyes. You woke us up. Thank you, Donovan. Now, Kevin did endorse you on his show. Now, I know you say he can't really, but, dude, he was speaking in there. He said, shout out to Donovan Sharpe,
Oh, okay.
And his
all
woman,
right.
He did mention you, bro.
Okay.
Don't forget that, man. He did it subtly. I know what you're talking about. He can't go so far and have you with him because of stuff y'all say. But I get that, man. Kevin did endorse you. Now, I heard him. He did shout out you.
Good. Okay.
He shouted out Tommy. He did it. His sneak tip did it, and he shouted out Japp too.
Okay,
now, I was
good.
watching Fresh and Fit, and let me say this right quick. I heard academics say you have to put the medicine in candy for some people. No, maybe Japp, Tommy, Myron, Donovan, Rollo, maybe y'all message is too raw for some people.
Yeah.
But the way Kevin did it, he did it with the suit, and he was subtle, and he did the same thing, but he did it in a smoother way. Like for us guys, you could we could drink the liquor straight up.
Yeah,
but
right.
A lot of people need to chase it. They need to put it in candy, and it's like that. And right now, man, I feel like a library burned down for losing Kevin Samuels.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
That's what I feel. I mean, Myron showed masculinity and respect when the way he responded to Kevin's death, man. He's a real man. Despite the differences, I don't know. I wasn't behind the scenes, but I just want to say this, man.
Jay, you there? Okay. Call back, Jay. We got quite a few people. Let's bring in Kevin Savo, man. Kevin, you're on live with Donovan, man. How you doing?
Hey, Donovan. First, I want to give my deepest condolences, being that you knew him personally. And
Thank you.
Cherished your friendship with him. I see the emotion, and it hurts watching it.
Yeah, it's a little easier, but believe it or not, Kevin, this is kind of weird. I'm actually one emotion that I seem to be holding back now is really an emotion of anger. I'm still torn up inside about it, but after hearing and now seeing that tweet by Steve the Dean, man, it's just. But it is what it is. It's better than me crying like a girl on the air. But yeah, that's how it is, man.
It's very angering. He was the harsh father figure he felt modern women needed.
Yep.
He was 53 years old. Does your father, who's in that age group, have any patience for bullshit? You know what I mean? Does your father lose his temper while trying to make a point, while trying to explain a perspective? And does your father call out your modern era bullshit way of thinking in order to try to teach you something? Yes. That's something a father figure would do, and that's what he did. To consider that hate speech means people long ago forgot what true hate speech is. This is tough love and perspective. And I'll tell you something else, Donovan. I'll tell you this. Today I stand with black men, because even as a white kid, I'm getting a firsthand education in how black men are treated. It seems that because I feel for black men, because they must have a perspective that fits a certain narrative in order to be valued by their community.
That's right.
And I have so many strong black men in my life and in my corner, and I will never value them less for a perspective that doesn't fit a narrative. There's no one narrative you need to fit with me in order to qualify as a worthy man. And it's just very, very difficult to see. But I will tell you this, though, in light of all the black women that are celebrating the death of Kevin Samuels, I will say that I've been scrolling through Twitter, and there are just as many beautiful, strong black women that are pushing back against that. And even one girl made an excellent, one beautiful black girl I saw on Twitter, she actually made a really interesting point. She said, when was the last time black men conjured together to celebrate the death of a black woman?
Yeah, try never.
Yeah, never. It's horrible, man. Kevin Samuels was a legend. He was a teacher. He had his own interesting perspective, and I understand that the urban community that's disconnected from Red Pill saw it as something different as Red Pill. They didn't have the same reference for where his material stems from, and this community. He kind of blew up beyond the sphere and just became I don't know if they considered him like a shock value celebrity, but he certainly benefited a lot of lives.
Let me ask you this, Kev. Clearly, Kevin's audience, predominantly black people, but how did Kevin impact you? Because listen, the elephant in the room is that he's a black man, you're a white man. Does Kevin's message resonate only with black people, or were white men like yourself? Did you find value in his message as well?
We all found value in his message. We all celebrated him. I mean, people around the world, both in the crazy thing, both men and women, both black and white. It expanded culture. He was specific to his culture in certain respects because he's a black man, and he garnered a black audience. But he always dished out the same for every race. He always dished out a harsh message, and to me, it was never so black specific that the message didn't transcend.
Right.
I just kind of felt the way that Adam 22 felt, that when people actually brought that to his attention, that you had a guy on your show who's an enemy of black women or the black community, you name it. Adam 22 kind of vocalized it the same way I did. He said, "Isn't that just his audience because he himself is black? But wouldn't he pass along the same message to anybody of any race?" And the first time I think I really tuned into Kevin was when he was ripping up Amanda on Fresh and Fit, who's a white woman.
Yep.
And again, it was just all about a sort of fatherly, tough love, lack of bullshit way of really making you understand how you need to take accountability as an adult. And that's what always troubled me about the hate that Kevin got, is it just seemed like, more so than thinking about race, more so than thinking about male versus women issues and feminism versus manosphere issues, the thing I kept coming back to when I listened to him was, wow, this really kind of just shows adult behavior, that adults at this day and time don't want to take accountability. And for somebody to preach, take accountability as an adult for your decision making, regardless of what you look like or anything.
There you go.
It's just, you're an adult, you need to take accountability for your decisions, was challenged, and it was terrible, man. But rest in peace, Kevin Samuels. And you don't have to say it, I'll say it. Steve the Dean Williams is a fucking loser. He often comes over to my comment section and talks shit. I am a small-time content creator with 5,000 subscribers, which means I'm virtually a nobody. And he takes time out of his day to come over and talk shit. You know who never had time to talk shit?
Yeah.
You, Rolo, Kevin Samuels, men that are actually busy and actually improving men's lives.
Yeah, I'll never I'll never understand what's going on with Steve the Dean, nor do I want to. But just in light of what I've learned about him over the last few months, I'm glad that I do not associate with him anymore. Thanks for calling in, Kevin. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Let's get after everything we got to get after in life because time is not promised.
You're goddamn right, man. Kevin Savo, everyone. He will be a speaker at the Conference of Masculine Excellence. By the way, guys, the CME, the Conference of Masculine Excellence, clearly still on May 19th through May 27th, through May 22nd in Miami, Florida. You can also, you can actually get a virtual ticket. We are selling virtual tickets to the Conference of Masculine Excellence. You can watch the entire conference. You can watch all the extras, all the bonus material. I'm out, actually starting tomorrow. I'm going to be doing a. I'm going to be offering a huge special for every person that has purchased or purchases a CME ticket. You're going to get a bundle of my products. If you have purchased an in-person ticket to the CME, you're automatically going to get the entire Womanese catalog. You're going to get the video version, the audio version, and the ebook version. If you purchase a virtual ticket, you get the Womanese audio version and ebook version, along with How to Master the Game, the Masculine Excellence Lifestyle Kits, and 250 hours of bonus material, which includes all the stuff I've done with Kevin. So be sure to get over to masculineexcellence.com to check that out. We'll be doing that big time launch tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. Let me get to these super chats, then I'll go back to the lines here. Calvin Baldwin, $20, says he heavily influenced my dress style and personality, and particularly the bracelets I wear. I now design luxury bracelets for profits thanks to him. Wow, see that, man? I should be more anonymous with the 9 British pounds. Says, much respect to Kevin. I learned a lot from him. Love your show, Donovan. Thank you for that. R.I.P. Red Pill Mike says, R.I.P. to the Godfather. I know he was a brother and a mentor to you, bro. Hold your head high, bro. The worst part is that women were just starting to listen. Yeah, we were that close, weren't we? That fucking close. Real Bravado Network, $5, says, all he wanted was black men and black women reconnected, but our women still outright disrespect and reject of the men they want to die for them. It's just unbelievable. It's black women are the only group of people in the world who openly celebrate the deaths of black men. It's incredible. And all these ain't shit bitches out here, stomping and dancing on his graves, they're miserable people already. They gotta be. They have to be. Arthur Fields says, thank you and God bless Mr. Kevin Samuels for continuing the work of Shahrazad Ali and others. You brought forth the confirmation I've sought for many years. I am truly grateful to have experienced your legacy. Thank you very much for that, Arthur. Listen, man. Listen. I've got my opinions on black women. You guys know this, but I'll tell you what, man. What you guys are seeing. You guys are seeing the confirmations of what I've been telling you, what Tommy Sotomayor's been telling you, and what Kevin Samuel's been telling you. You guys are seeing it now. These black women, well, some, not all, and you're mischaracterizing, you're generalizing, really? So when Kobe Bryant died, you guys showed your asses, and now that Kevin Samuels has passed, you guys are still showing your asses. Who's going to want to fuck with anybody who openly celebrates the death of another man? It just doesn't make any sense. Street Fighter 88, $10, says, R.I.P. to the Godfather, Kevin Samuels. I will miss him calling you when you start your shows. I swear to God, there was probably maybe a 6 to 7 month stretch where Kevin would only call me when I was on the air. And he didn't do it on purpose. It's just that when he had a thought, because, dude, I would talk to Kevin 3-4 times a day, and inevitably he would always call me right when I'm on the show. Oh, all right, that's Kevin Samuels calling me. And I'm on the air. Oh, yep, sorry. Yeah, that was funny. Theo Woff with the $105 super chat. Appreciate that. Says, Donovan, without you, I would never have known Kevin. I met him on the 6. Oh, wow. Thank you so much. You both changed my life. And I'm teaching black men how to work in cloud computing now. Salaries over $100,000. And all of this is due to Kevin. Again, thank you. Absolutely. Let me give you another Don DeMarco, Theo Woff. it's good that people are coming forward with their stories about how, about the positive impact that Kevin made. Truth Teller says, $10 says, very amazing to see all these evil people about dancing on his grave. What kind of new breed demons are these people? Obviously the worst kind. That was some bullshit. That's some bullshit, man. Zay Dewey says, R.I.P. Kevin Samuels, I'm truly hurt. You and us both, man. Real Bravado Network says he launched a movement that can't be stopped. He inspired an awakening of black men to be the best versions of themselves, and they are worth more than what women are offering. Hell, fuck yeah, man. Fuck yeah. Sub-Zero,
finish him,
with the $50 super chat, says Kevin Samuels championed the message of building up the black community by first addressing both men and women's shortcomings and how each needed to be corrected first before our community could be rebuilt. That's a very good point. That's a very good point, because he used to talk to men at first, and then he, of course, when he starts talking to and about women, that's when his brand blew up. Choco Bear, $10 says, only found Kevin a few weeks ago. It's like being introduced to an uncle I don't know and losing him right away. Jesus. I'll be one of many men who will remember and live his words forever. Stay strong. I'm going to make sure that Kevin Samuels is never, ever forgotten. This is not going to be one of those deals where in a couple of weeks, I'm just going to stop. No, man. No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. And to make sure his legacy lives on, man, I might go back into the archive, back into his archive, and start breaking down his videos, man. Just start breaking down his videos again, just to stick it to these sons of bitches out here dancing on his grave. I can't believe it, man. I can't believe it. And dude, a lot of the black community loved Kevin. I can't imagine what the fuck's gonna happen. Well, I'm a nobody. No one's gonna know when I die. DG Seymour, $5. Appreciate that. Nathan Synth, $5 says, Donovan, thank you, brother. Praying for you and also Kevin Samuels' friends and family. Long live the one and only, the Godfather. Appreciate that. Asha Jeremiah QW, $5 says, Kevin was real. I don't want to hear these fake pastors like Tony Gaskins that only identify men as being Kevin is a real man. I'm truly hurting. Dude, real talk. And Kevin called out the preachers too. Kiwi Connection says Kevin was the godfather to us all who had bad dads or no dads. I appreciate that very much. You're right. Lord Commander, $10 says I've been aware of Kevin Samuel since 2017. It was beautiful watching the growth and bringing these topics to the mainstream. His character shined through and didn't have a bad word to say about anybody. No, he didn't. He didn't. E with the $10 super chat says a legend was lost. Now, Donovan, you and some others must pick up the slack, and I know you will. R.I.P. Kevin. I wish I could, man. I really, I mean, guys, trust me. I'm going to do my damnedest. But Kevin was able to go and be seen in places that I could never go and be seen in. That's just how it is. The best thing I can do to sort of pick up the slack is to break down his videos, man, and those seem to really help people. So I got no problem with that at all. But I couldn't. I mean, like I said, I'll do my best. I will do my best. But there's no replacing Kevin. There's no replacing Kevin. All I can do is be the best Donovan I can be. Those are some big fucking shoes to fill. MJ Talks says Kevin changed my life. His message got me off the edge. I received from RP Truth from him and was able to triple my income, get in shape, and fix my marriage. This hurt so much. The community response was so vile. Fucking assholes, man. Fucking assholes. PM the Dawn, $10. Canadian dollar says Kevin always said he matches energy. So to those who offered enough to express your hatred even in his death is a true reflection of Vale energy. Kevin was so strong enough to stand up. R.I.P. Kevin. Dude, hell yeah. The Sandman says first ever SC and need to respect for the legend Kevin Samuels. The greats through history all seem to get the same hate while they're among the ignorant. I'm sure Kevin is a proud man, is proud that men like you, Donovan, that are still here to carry the torch, respect and love. Absolutely. Ness B, $20 says I first saw Kevin when that Derek Jackson guy was using ad hominems on him because Kevin was telling the truth. That led me to you, Fresh and Fit, Rolo, and so many more. Changed my mindset for the better. I'm a better man because of you all. R.I.P. Kevin. Absolutely. I appreciate that. Dr. B84, $50 super chat. Wow, let me give you a Don DeMarco for that. says a man's success transcends himself, but a woman's success does not. We are seeing this quote in real time with Kevin's passing. Let us go to Sith Lord Entertainment. Sith Lord Entertainment, you're on the line, and you're on live, and you go ahead.
Hey, how you doing, Donovan? First and foremost, I just want to give my condolences to you. This is rough. When I was at work yesterday and I saw it on my phone, I didn't want to believe it.
Jesus.
I didn't want to believe it. I intentionally shut my phone off because I didn't.
Right.
But
right.
When it came back and it was confirmed, I'm not afraid to admit this. I was low key heartbroken.
Yeah,
to be honest, because I'm gonna say this: you and Kevin Samuels have had such an impact on my life as a man, and in my own relationship with my wife.
Good.
It has definitely made me go after what I want, and of course, my wife and I, we watch your content. We watch your content, Fresh and Fit, Kevin Samuels, and my wife was already, when we were in the dating phase, she was already feminine, attractive, submissive.
Oh, good.
I made sure I vetted her quite well.
Good.
But she was already these things. But by watching your content, by watching all this content, especially you and Kevin Samuels, it just basically doubles down on especially for her, it definitely doubled down on hey, we both have our roles to play in a relationship.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying. I'm the man. I'm the man. I lead, and she's the woman, and she's the woman. She follows, and she's on my program. That's how it is. And one of the biggest impacts that I think both you and Kevin Samuels had on me as a man was for myself. I demand greatness from myself, and I expect greatness from myself.
Damn right.
And I just keep going. I just keep going after. I just keep going after my my goals. My ambitions, and I do it all. Not only for myself, but I have a 3-year-old son that that I have to fight for.
Yeah, of course.
I have to make sure that I'm the man that that he looks up to, and is like, oh shit, my dad was that was that guy. You know what I'm saying? Like he was
right.
He's really a man. So I fight every day for my son, and just my final thoughts on everything. Kevin Samuels truly was a legend.
Yes, he was.
He truly was a legend, and I will always remember him, and I will always go back and watch his content. And yeah, man. Again, my condolences to you.
Thanks for the thoughts, man. I appreciate it. Let us go. I think I see Big Brandon on the line. There he is. Big Brandon. I'm glad I was able to see you in there. What's going on, man? Thanks for calling in, brother. Appreciate it.
Man, I don't know if I can do my normal peppy intro for you, brother, and I do apologize.
No, that's all right, man.
I will say this, though. I am happy that I had y'all in my life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And always got to be on the phone with you or Kev. I'd met Kev living in the DFW area before he was, Mr. Samuels, before he was the Godfather.
Oh, yeah.
So I can attest to a lot of his tales about how the Dallas nightlife was.
Yeah,
He's
right.
not lying when it comes to that.
Right.
I will say that my daddy told me, and I tell my son, there's 2 places a man gets to cry when he's hurt. One's in the shower, and one's in the gym. And you look like you're freshly out of the shower, so after you get off the show, when you go down there and bang some weights, let that sweat mix in, and let that out. That's okay.
Yeah.
Because of what he did for you. And what you did for him, it was a bond, like a Pippen Jordan, kind of thing. And it was good because what y'all did for each other, along with Mr. 1% Byron Gaines,
yes,
and the rest of the manosphere, y'all gave that to us. Y'all didn't have to give that to us. at all, right? And there's stuff in it that some people don't get, don't understand, and they combat it. There's blue pill guys,
Right.
there's beta male guys, there's angry, bitter women. Who cares? I mean, you just got to keep plugging. You've been in a bar fight before against a guy bigger and stronger than you.
Yeah.
At that point, bite down in his mouthpiece and go. You know, you just got to go. So let the cackling females who are bitter and happy at his death understand and laugh and have their moment, because in the end they won't be remembered. He will be. I myself will remember a lot of things that he said. I remember doing the beer bug thing.
Oh,
being,
yeah.
Stuck in my house for 2 weeks, and your show suggesting his show, which is how I got more involved into his show in 2020.
Oh, okay,
So,
good.
There's that. But like I said, I mean, and the bitter and feminine man that had a comment to say, I'm not even gonna address his name because it's not relevant at this point
Fucking hell,
anymore.
man. I can't even believe that. That's some fucking
Don't
bullshit.
even be angry at him, and you don't owe us an apology for introducing us to him. He weeded himself out.
Yeah.
Cowards generally do that, no matter what. They can't hide for so long. I mean, everyone's favorite coward was Starscream. But even in the end, Starscream had some semblance of bravery. This man does not.
No, he does not.
I know you're an 80s child that watched cartoons.
Oh, yeah.
So I had to throw that in there.
Oh, yeah. I remember.
So, in my humble opinion now, we had Cinco de Mayo, we had May the 4th, so today, you know, we'll play them good live. And
absolutely,
next month on the 6th, if I see you doing a show that happens to be a breakdown of Kevin Samuel's show, and I happen to see you in a suit, and I happen to see a bottle of cologne right there, and I happen to see a Red Bull sitting next to you, I will stand and salute, because you would literally be honoring that man the best way you know how, by continuing to spread that message to better benefit men become a better version of themselves, so that way that they can find the woman that they want and that they need, because it forces the woman to become a better version of herself to get that man.
That's 100% right, man. 100% right, man. Brandon,
you with me? Got mad love for you. I'm not going to do my normal outro like I normally do. If you need me, you know how to get a hold of me, brother. I got you.
I appreciate the call, Brandon. Thank you.
Anytime.
Big Brandon. Big Brandon checking in. Greatly appreciate him and his thoughts. Yeah, I guess I shouldn't be. It's hard not to be angry. It is hard. It is hard. It's very, very, very hard not to be angry at certain things. But I'm just gonna have to. At some point, I'm just gonna have to do what I need to do. I'm gonna have to do what I need to do. Aurelio Cantu, $5 says, I hope Kevin would stay with us for 20 more years. You better take care of yourself, Donovan. His work is done, but yours is just beginning. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. Yeah, listen, you guys know, man. I've had a couple of health scares over the past couple of years. This stuff like this really makes you reevaluate things. Intel Wild, $5 says, white man here, and Kevin's message always connected to me. R.I.P. to the Godfather. Absolutely. A. Kennemore, $20 says, Kevin's knowledge helped me with dealing with my mixed woman while being a white man. I've learned so much from him. You, fresh and fit. Thank y'all so much. And every man has lost a great mentor. God almighty, dude. Choco Bear, $5 says, the king is dead. Long live the king. Hell yeah. Neo with the $5 super chat says, Donovan, to answer your question from Kevin Savo call, as a white man, I found an enormous amount of value from Kevin's content. RIP to a true legend. Okay, good. Good. Yeah, Kevin transcended race and he transcended gender, man. Like, this is why he got as big as he got. Hassan King says, Friday night's show, he read my super chat and I stated that average men are the biggest supporters. Don't think I can listen to it again. R.I.P. Kevin. Agent 47, 5 euros, says, my scented candle is burning and my chaos pendulum is swinging. Exactly. Scott Durning with the $150 super chat. Holy smokes. Thank you guys so very much for this generosity. Says, Kevin was my first ever super chat. I let him know the world was a better place after Kevin. I'm a monthly subscriber, but I planned on contributing so much more. For me, his value and entertainment was unmatched. My weekly routine will never be the same. Rest in peace, Kevin Samuels. I appreciate the super chat, man. I appreciate that very, 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 very much. Gerard Butler with the $5 super chat says, condolences for your loss. Feel like I lost a family member. I never liked Steve the Dean, and now I see why. He's trash. SMH. I'm not gonna say that Steve is trash, but what a fucking coward, man. What a fucking coward. That just, I cannot believe that son of a bitch. Lythia Smith, $20 super chat, says, Kevin Samuels helped me realize how my generation of women messed up, and because of it, I was able to help my 26-year-old daughter, and she's in a healthy relationship with an amazing average man. Thank you, Kevin Samuels. Appreciate that. Firebrand Channel, $5, says, you're not a nobody, brother. We got a lot more in common than you know. R.I.P. Kevin Samuels, and always got my support. Fuck the community BS. Real talk, man. Scorpion, $10, says, I found Kevin Samuels from the 6, and I've been a fan ever since. Rest in peace to him. And for those women that celebrate his death on Twitter and the Shade Room, you are terrible people. I can't imagine celebrating anyone's death. I really can't. LXXVII, I don't know what number that is. Maybe it's 100. $20 says, Don, glad to hear your voice, because I watched many of your Kevin Samuels review. He had a sister on I used to date on the show a few weeks back. He told her what she'd been avoiding for years and wrecked our relationship. Stay strong, bruh. Absolutely. Courageous Mike says, Kevin Samuels left a void that could never be filled, but always respected. Appreciate that very much. Agent 47, 10 euros, says, shout out to the confident, intelligent, assertive men and the feminine, beautiful, inspirational ladies. Bobbity bobbity bop, we are back, we are back, we are back. He said, one love to the CIA. Oh, wait a minute, hold up. I was actually going to do a spoof. I was going to be like, one love to the CIAN. Wait a minute, Kevin, don't you mean, wait, isn't it normally CIA? Nah, I said CIAN. What does that mean? Confident, intelligent ass niggas. Anyway, Drake 3Y, $2, says, brutal news. Was Kevin able to plant enough seeds? Yep. Absolutely. Absolutely. He's got zillions of views on his channel. And like I said, listen, you guys all know, me and Kevin go way back, man. Me and Kevin go way back. And this is just one thing about celebrity and content creation and fame that a lot of people seem to sort of forget. And that is that you really do have an impact on more people than you realize. There are a lot of Johnny-come-latelys in terms of Kevin Samuels. When Kevin Samuels really started to hit the big time, you had a lot of people coming out here speaking against him. Well, I said that first, and he stole this, and blah, 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 blah. And then, of course, Steve the Dean, who doesn't fucking like anybody. He doesn't like Kevin. He doesn't like Myron. That's a... Anyway. But Kevin and I, we went way back, man. And there are a lot of people who tried to come on and be like, yeah, I've known Kevin for years and this and that and the third. Dude, fuck those niggas, man. I knew Kevin. I've known Kevin since I had more subscribers than him. I've known Kevin since my first YouTube channel. Like, I've known that dude forever. Like, oh my God, we've talked for, dude, hundreds of hours on the phone, man. Hundreds of hours on the phone. Geeky Anomaly, $5, says, we have a new litmus test, men. When you're vetting a woman, mention your love for Kevin and see what her reaction is. Yep. Lionheart 5357 says, literally just finished watching Kevin's last live stream. Then you posted this. Can't believe this happened, and just keep doing your thing. You, CGA, and AMS, and others alike need to keep grinding towards the goal line. Fuck yes. Alvin Yakatori, $5, says, rest in peace to the Godfather. Appreciate that. Soldier for Christ, we are at war, says Isaiah 57:1. The righteous perisheth, and no man layeth it to heart, and merciful men are taken away, none considering that the righteous is taken away from the evil to come. He shall enter into peace. Very well said, man. You guys know that I'm not the most religious person out there, but there is truth. There is absolutely truth in what you just said. Let me get through the rest of these super chats here, and then we'll get back to the phone lines. Maza 2006 says, R.I.P. to the Godfather. Your words and your words and your works will ring on forever. Thank you, from someone who discovered they are high value. R.I.P. mentor with you, Donovan. Thank you very, very much for that. King Life says, only bitch ass dudes and girls who had an STI before would talk bad about the dead. Men need other men that they can learn from. House husbands take notes. Yeah, he's talking to you, Steve. Fucking asshole. What a fucking asshole, man. What a fucking asshole. I can't even believe that he would even fix his mouth. Let's go to Ostrike in Maryland. Ostrike in Maryland. You're on live with Donovan, man. Try to douse these flames here.
Hey, Donovan. My condolences for your loss.
Thank you. I appreciate that, man. Thank you.
Kevin Samuels was a great man and a leader, not only for black men and women who he loved most, but for all of us who are lost in the West. With most content creators, if you watch enough of their content, you can start to predict what they're going to say and how they're going to respond. But Kevin never failed to surprise me with nuggets of wisdom. Wisdom that, bitter as it might taste, is for our own good. As for the inappropriate celebrations, I always found it unsettling to look around the bar only to find every woman enthusiastically singing along to Carrie Underwood's Before He Cheats. That is toxic masculinity.
Damn right.
To me, it's scary enough when men celebrate the death and destruction of their enemies. But when women openly celebrate the death of a man whose only act to harm them was to present opposing beliefs, that is truly frightening.
It's really, it's really something. And thanks for the thoughts, Strike. Let me ask you this. Why do you think, I don't know, we can all speculate. Why is it that black women seem to be the only group of people who openly celebrate the death of black men? I mean, do you have an opinion? It just doesn't make any sense to me. Kevin wanted to help these people. Yes, the truth hurts, but the way the black community pushed back, or the communita, as we sometimes call it, why was he so hated, and why are they actually celebrating this man's death?
Well, I mean, as I said with the bar example, I was mostly referring to white women, but it's a kind of a countryish song.
Sure.
But yeah, it's a little different when they're celebrating the death of a man. I just think that black women are more in a position of power than white women over white men in the West. And they're, power corrupts, and they don't want to lose that power. To have the status and control and the possibility of living a fantasy where you can get everything you want, mistreat other people, and have no consequences, that's a very alluring addiction. So it's hard to let go of, even if it's for your own good.
Wow, very well said. Ostrike in Maryland, thanks for calling, man. I appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Let's go to Nathan in Los Angeles. Nathan in Los Angeles, you're on live with Donovan. Go ahead.
How do you do, Mr. Sharpe? And my deepest condolences to you.
Thank you.
And I looked at Mr. Samuels a couple of years ago, and he's been a huge inspiration in my life. I look at him as like another father. He has talked, and I just listened to him, and I'm just like, wow, I've learned so much. And I've laughed, I have just sat there and just understood what he said, and he linked me to your channel and to O'Shea and Fresh and Fit, and I'm just sitting here learning all this knowledge, and I kind of wish I had learned it so much sooner in my life. I'm 42 years old, but I've learned so much, and it is going to make me a much better person as I continue on.
I appreciate the call, Nathan in Los Angeles. Yeah, he mentioned O'Shea, and I think Kevin would want. I think he would want black content creators, black male content creators, to bury the hatchet.
90 seconds.
Guys, don't trip. If you're on the line, you will get on the show. Don't even worry about it. If you're on the line, you'll get on the show. But yeah, I think that Kevin knows that there are certain people who are on everyone's no list. There we go. He knows that there are certain people that
60 seconds.
He knows that there are certain people that have just done irreparable damage. He knows that there have been people who have gone a bridge too far. I'll work with anybody again. But there are, I mean, listen, I haven't really had too many falling outs. I fell out with O'Shea, and that's well documented. I didn't think I fell out with Steve the Dean until of course he sided with Anthony on this whole hit piece situation. But everyone that I've ever worked with has had, most people have had good things to say about me. Anyone who has dogged me, anyone who has talked shit about me and fell out with me, there is an agenda, right? Anthony Johnson did the hit
10 seconds.
Anthony Johnson did the hit piece on me because the CME threatens the 21 convention. Everyone could see that. Steve the Dean comes after me, well, because that's just what he does. O'Shea, I don't know, whatever. I'll bury the hatchet with him if he wants to. If he's interested in burying the hatchet, I'll bury the hatchet because I know that's what Kevin would want. But all the infighting and everything, that's got to stop. I really have to stop giving airtime to people who don't matter. And I apologize, I keep mentioning Steve the Dean's name, but that really, 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 really makes me angry that he would say something like that. It's incredible. Let's go to Jay Sean in Ohio. Jay Sean, my videographer for the CME, or one of them for the CME. Jay Sean, how you doing, man?
Hey, Donovan. Good. How you doing, man? Well, that's a silly question.
Yeah.
I just wanted to call and give you my condolences, man.
Thank you.
I thought it was fake news when I first heard it, and when I seen the confirmation, and I just wanted to reach out to you last night, but it was a little late, but sent you a text this morning just to, check up on you,
Yeah. I appreciate it.
Got to say, the black community that don't accept you are the ghetto Pookies and Ray Rays and Shaniquas. They don't represent us, man. As a black man, you are a big brother to me.
I appreciate that.
And I just think that it's important for everyone who's watching and tuning in to give people their flowers, while they're here. And I know a couple of days ago I sent you a text just to check up on you and see you was okay and tell you that I appreciate what you do. And I really mean that. I think it's important for us to remind those who impact us, those that we love, that they're appreciated. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And if it wasn't for Kevin, I wouldn't have been introduced to you or any other content creators, and that pretty much put a battery in my back to reach out to the likes of you to really use my skill set to try to help you guys, try to help out men in general.
Yeah, of course, man.
He really helped me how to articulate the natural feelings that I had, like that went against the feminist agenda and the BS that I went through in relationships. That articulation, that type of thing wasn't taught to us.
Right.
And
right.
Seeing him handle those situations really helped me out a lot, man.
Well, I appreciate the thoughts, Jay Sean, and I'll be seeing you down in Miami in a few days.
Absolutely, brother. Absolutely.
Take care, man. Jay Sean in Miami. He is one of two videographers I'm going to have down for the CME. Mark Ivory with the $10 super chat says, Kevin was the mind of a man become flesh. I found him through following Donovan. He had a creative way of bringing his points down to nature. The flesh is temporary. The ideas last forever. That's a very good point. That's a very good point. Calvin Baldwin, $10 says, I still can't believe this shit. I need to do more Suit Saturdays in honor of Kevin. Hell yeah. Steve Simmons says, first of all, rest in peace, Mr. Samuels. Number 2, keep up the work, Mr. Sharpe. And 3rd, play that trumpet one more time. Salute. Yeah, really.
Really, nigga.
Oops.
Really, nigga.
Did not mean to put the really nigga in there. Yeah, you know what? It's funny. When I first started this podcast, I knew that I was going to lose it emotionally. And I almost did a couple times, but the the anger that I'm feeling is definitely balancing the crushing hurt that I have. Like this fucking blows, man. I still can't believe he's gone. Let's go to Marcus in New Jersey. Marcus in New Jersey, you're on live with Donovan. Go ahead.
How you doing, Donovan? My condolences, man.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I know he's gone, but he's always by your side, man. He's with you in spirit, and right now he's in the afterlife doing the same work he's doing that he did before.
Yeah, agreed.
Honestly, I look at Kevin Samuels as a trailblazer, a maverick. He was a straight shooter. He would shoot from the hip. He's the type of person that would not tell you what you want to hear, what you need to hear.
Yes.
And I think that was the problem with the women out here that looked at him as he's belittling us, he's tearing us down. No, you was already tore down to begin with. He's actually trying to build you up.
Right.
To actually make you realize the living reality. And even with the men, to step your game up.
Yes.
He wasn't trying to demoralize the black community with women. He tried to have a rejoicing with men and black women. He wanted to see happy homes and family.
Right.
Not dysfunctional families.
Right.
And that's the problem, because another problem is I'm sorry, Donovan. Another problem is most of the people that's enraged and angry, and they're not even watching his full show. They're watching clips of the
exactly.
negativity. They're not watching the positivity.
Right.
And that's the problem with the world. People take a snippet off of 30 seconds to 2 minutes and say, "Oh, this guy's an asshole. He's a jerk."
Right.
This man had women on his show praising him, saying, "Thank you. I'm getting married. I had to tone it down. I was about to lose my husband. Now everything is working out." He had a lot of testimonies.
No, dude, I completely understand, man. A lot of women credit their successful marriages to Kevin, even in his Facebook group. It's incredible.
Yes. And he helped out all cultures. I see women called, white women, doesn't matter, all sorts of color women. And he's not going to sugarcoat it. He's going to tell you the same thing he'll tell black women, what he would tell to other women outside the race. The problem is Kevin Samuels. I'm sorry. Not Kevin. I'm sorry. He's on my mind, man.
Don't worry about it.
The problem, Donovan, nowadays is the people that live in this world, especially black women. The truth sounds like evil, and lies is being praised. The truth sounds like hate to those who hate the truth.
Wow. Whew, wow. I appreciate
and that's
go ahead.
the biggest problem. No, I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. Oh, okay. Ooh, I let him go too early. Wow. He said the truth sounds like hate to those who hate the truth. I like that. And that's one of those symmetrical, poetic type deals, but dude, Marcus is right. Marcus is right. And you know, it's interesting. All of this, let's just, we'll get back to the phone lines here in just a second. Just look at this. I want you guys to look at this. So Kimmy, and someone do me a favor and find me that Steve the Dean. Someone do me a favor and find that Steve the Dean quote. I cannot believe that son of a bitch went out and said something like that. This fucking dude is dead, and you're going to go off and talk shit like that? So Kimmy on Instagram or on Twitter says, the irony of Kevin Samuels making a career out of telling black women they die single alone, yet that's how he died. Not celebrating, but be careful how you treat people when you're alive. R.I.P. to him. Yeah, that's a real cute Sneak diss. Kevin Samuels did not die because he talked about black women. Okay? A lot of women are, oh my God, karma came for him. Gentlemen, listen, ladies, there's no such thing as karma. There's no such thing as karma. And all of you ain't shit harpy ass bitches dancing on this man's grave. You guys live shitty lives. You guys live shitty lives. You can laugh at us in our pain and sorrow, but dude, my life is awesome. My life is already awesome. Kevin's life was awesome. Your life sucks. That's why you're happy that this dude has lost his life. So you can pretend that you're happy about him dying if you're outing yourself as someone who lives a terrible fucking life. That's just all there is to it. I mean, to me, that's the only logical conclusion that I can come to. That was sort of a sneak diss. Be careful how you treat people when you're alive. Oh, really? Really? So Kevin died of a massive heart attack because he talked trash about black women? The fuck out of here, man. Talking about the ancestors came for him. Dude, fuck you guys and that. Dude, that's all that, the ancestors. Dude, no. Ancestors ain't, no, fuck all that nonsense. Fuck all that. Everybody wants to cling to spirits and all that good shit when something happens to black men. You guys can miss me with that nonsense. Dumbasses. Clayton Bigsby, interestingly enough, says Kevin Samuels told black women to lose weight, embrace their femininity, and stop having children out of wedlock, and to not expect a quality catch if they aren't one themselves. Black women publicly celebrate his death. Hashtag can't make this shit up. I'm trying to tell you. The very women that he was trying to help are the women that are showing their asses. If anybody, oh wow, look at that. That's pretty fucking cool. Wow. Holy moly. Let's go to Mr. Wait a minute. Sorry about this, guys. M. Sotelo, 503, $5 says, sorry, but I'm going to say it. His death is suspicious. Then all the hate he's getting after his death. Be careful, everyone. Stay on your toes. Nah, listen, man, I don't think there's any foul play. And I'm not a medical professional, but again, Kevin he was a cancer survivor, and cancer treatments can weaken the heart. You can weaken the heart. Cora McLally with 20 euros. Appreciate that. True Savage, $20 says, only a fallen angel would celebrate death. R.I.P. Kevin. Wow. New York's Ninth Wonder says, without Donovan, I would have never came across Kevin Samuels in his content. He was always genuine and surgical with his advice. It's been a hard past 24 hours letting this set in. Absolutely. RPAP on the Sharpe stream side says, hey, Donovan, if you didn't read my first message in this long chat, you should definitely see someone about a will or trust, because if you don't have one, it's likely that all your assets, and if you were married, I think you said you were, and if you were married, I think you said you were, no. Even though you're divorced, those assets are going to your ex-wife or the state and not Devin. Wow, that's weird. Did not know that. I didn't know that could happen. Wow, I didn't know that. I didn't know that could happen, to be honest with you. Holy smokes. I appreciate the wisdom there, man. Appreciate that very, very much. Shout out to Technomage B5 with a $25 Cash App. I appreciate that. I appreciate that very, 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 very much. Appreciate that very much. All right, let's go back to the phone lines. Let's go to Cordell in Minneapolis. Cordell in Minneapolis, you're on live with Donovan. Go ahead.
Donovan?
Yes. You there, Cordell?
No, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Go ahead.
Yeah. I just want to first thank you guys for having me on the show. I want to find Kevin.
Yeah, Cordell, I had to let you go, man. You were really, really breaking up. I apologize. I apologize having to do that. Let's go to East Chill in Connecticut. East Chill in Connecticut. You're on live with Donovan. Go ahead.
Yeah, hey Donovan, how you doing, man?
Like I said, I've had better days, man.
Definitely, man. Just want to commend you for being on here for that. because I know it's not easy. But this is more of a call for you than Kevin. Even though Kevin Samuels is the reason why I'm connected to just about everybody in the manosphere.
Okay.
I started with him when I was, going through asking questions about why I'm going through whatever I was going through in my relationships, and trickled down. For FNF to you to AM to Andrew Tate to Coach, just name down the list. And I use those names because as men, especially black men, today is like one of those days where we're starting to realize who we are, and that even though all of us have these differences, especially you guys in your manosphere or whatever anybody wants to call it, we can all gather something from everybody, man.
Of course.
I just happened to touch down in Connecticut. This is my hometown, but I live in Florida.
Okay.
My dad has been in the hospital for 6 months, and he died a few days ago.
Holy
so I'm here for
shit!
that.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, of course, that goes without saying, man. But and he died because he let himself go. He went through a depression, and I don't want to get into his business, and I don't want to play him out there like that. But
sure,
as a man, if he was connected directly to this whole sphere, in my opinion, he would have got himself up together and
probably still be here. Yeah.
He would still be here, but he had to suffer 6 months in the hospital because of it.
Jesus.
And I had to deal with that. So while dealing with that, I got directly connected back with you guys, man. And like I said, I don't agree with everything you say. I don't agree with everything Kevin says. I don't agree with everything Angry Man says. I don't agree with everything Fresh and Fit says. But I look at you guys as a mastermind. As men, we need each other, man.
We do
need each other so fucking bad.
We do.
In society, bro. It's sickening how less we're looked at, and that as men we have to just suck it up and hold it together. And you, even as a man being on this podcast, someone can take you shedding tears for another man that you looked at as a brother as a weakness. You know what I'm saying? So it's a tough situation. I commend you for that, Donovan. And remember, bro, it's guys like you. I need guys like you. Men like me, men like all of us, we need you guys, man. You guys mean a lot to us, man. It's fucking hard for us, bro, especially black men. I haven't seen the Twitter, and I'm not that tied into Facebook and all that. I'll put something here and there, but I don't want to go on there and see some black woman dancing on some black man's grave because it's acceptable now. I don't want to see that shit because that's going to put anger in my heart. And the anger that you have right now for Steve the Dean and everything, just do like I do, brother. Go to the gym, hit the bags, and let that shit out because you don't want to let it on somebody's face.
Yeah, that's for
you know what I mean.
Yeah. Trust me. Yeah, I definitely need to. I'm definitely gonna go down and push some iron after this. 100%, man. It's the only way I'm gonna be able to exert this energy.
It's just sad because I look to Steve the Dean sometimes too because he gives you that hard shit that you want to listen to.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna agree with everything he says.
Sure.
So it puts you in a situation as men. Truly, I know we don't need to hold hands and drink tea together, but come on. As men, we just have to just set an example together and just come together and realize Kevin trailblazed in his own fashion, and he brought it to the forefront so that I could find a Donovan Sharpe, so that I can find a Coach Greg Adams. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That means so much to me in my world, man. These past 6 months has been so fucking hard, Donovan, that I plug into you guys just to get me through the day, and if I donate or not, it doesn't matter. I just sit there and I listen so that men can talk about men shit and we can move on and get towards making this money. I'm not complaining about why women don't want me at certain levels. No, I'm making my way to 6 figures now because I know that's the new game. Fuck everything else. And you guys taught me that. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely,
so,
man.
Again, Donovan, this is a salute to you just being on this show because you didn't have to do this shit.
Yeah.
And I know you don't need the extra super chats.
Right.
But I'm telling you, this helps us as men. It really does.
Well, I appreciate you calling, man. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
I appreciate the thoughts, man. It's good to hear that. It's good to hear men call in and say, "Hey, man, like we need you. Don't go anywhere, man." That means a lot. That means a lot. It really, really does. So on your screen, Filthy Faye, interestingly enough, says the irony of Kevin Samuels being 56. Dude, this just proves the ignorance of black women. This dude was 53 years old, man. This just goes to show that the people who are anti-Kevin Samuels probably never watched an entire podcast of his. So the irony of Kevin Samuels being 56, single, and twice divorced when allegedly died of a heart attack after he dogged single, overweight black women over the age of 30 for a living. I hope he's embarrassed with his dead ass. You know? I mean... This is the average run-of-the-mill rank-and-file black woman. The average black woman is glad Kevin Samuels is dead. And this is why the average black woman is fucking miserable, and why the average black woman has a 75% chance of ending up single. I like this. Celebrating the death of a black man because he shattered your dreams of finding a man of value is a clear sign of mental illness. These women are screaming from a hurt place, and it shows. Meanwhile, women amongst other cultures are the gatekeepers and keeping your ass out. Black women are showing their asses, man. They really, really are. And they're proud. They're proud to be talking shit. Cormac Lally says, imagine the same women that would be weeping for George Floyd are celebrating the death of Kevin Samuels. I'm in Ireland, reaching out to brothers of all races. Isn't that interesting? The same women who wept for George Floyd are now, they're celebrating the death of Kevin Samuels. It's just... the Smarkitect Man, $2, says the Manosphere created Kevin, R.I.P. Tashar Moore, 200 rupees, says my first super chat, can't believe this. Saying my condolences, R.I.P. Kevin, you definitely have created a dent in the community. Hell yeah. Kevin C, $5, says Donovan, Kevin Samuels had kids and raised a stepkid. He's done more than most people that celebrate his death. He was never alone. Yeah, exactly. Jade of all trades, $10, says I wonder how many women she has talked bad about in her lifetime. Dark Souls, SMH. I went in on women yesterday in a different show, and their response was the same. I am on the call 3818 last four. I have no idea what that means. Let's see. Blah, blah, blah. New Jersey female, something like that.
Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio. Goodbye.
Damn it. Okay, well, there go the phone calls. That's okay. I appreciate the ones who did call in. New Jersey female, $5, says, RIP to someone who I saw as a father figure. If you're hated, that means you're doing something right. Absolutely. The L Factor says, Aesop spoke in fables. Socrates spoke in questions. Jesus spoke in parables. Kevin Samuel spoke in analogies. That's a very good analogy. Oh, my God. Kenny Chris, $50, says, tears shed for the GOAT Kevin Samuels last night and this morning. I feel like I lost an uncle. May his great work live on and continue to change things. I appreciate that very much. Jesus, $50 super chat. Joshua with let me give Kenny Chris and Don DeMarco for that. Joshua with a $50 super chat. Appreciate that very much. Says, sorry for your loss, Donovan. Kevin was the first person to open my eyes to this community. Kevin taught me about accountability, how to embrace hard work with a smile, and his words, never be comfortable being comfortable. Rest in peace, Godfather. Hell yeah. Ibn Zur says, a well-regarded 11th century physician, Ibn Sina, age 56, said, I'd rather have a short life with width rather than a narrow one with length. Kevin embodies this as his impact is immense. Wow. Very, very wise words. Very wise words. Ease Chill just became a member of Chat Privileges. Appreciate that. Cordizi Zolchek says, this is Cordell. My call dropped at work, but I would like to thank Kevin for inspiring me and introducing me to you as well as Fresh and Fit. He has taught me not to strive to be high value, but the best version. RIP. Let's see. Give me 1 second here. Agent 47, €5 says, Donovan, please make Kevin a part of your soundboard. Yeah, I've actually got I've got quite a few Kevin Samuels soundboard sounds. You guys don't have to worry about that. True Savage, $20 says, ranting online behind a virtual persona is the equivalent of an demonic cult chanting in a cemetery at night. Wow, both are celebrating death by chanting things that make no sense to a sane person. Wow, you guys are coming with the pain here. Larry Dawson, another $50 super chat. says, guys, check your beneficiary on your life insurance, IRA accounts, and bank accounts. Most importantly, go for your doctor's appointment twice a year. Also, we will probably all die alone. I've known men with 10 children dying all alone. R.I.P. Kevin. Listen, we're born alone and we die alone. That's how it is. Johnny Green, $5 says, rest easy, Kevin in Valhalla. He was aware, absolutely. Black Wolf Inc. says, I couldn't get to call in, but the fact that I had to wait over an hour speaks volumes how much we've lost. R.I.P. Godfather, I am a better man. Yeah, we had 75 people in the phone queue. It's just unbelievable. Like, the outpouring has just been unbelievable. Sean Ransom, welcome to chat privileges. I greatly appreciate that. I'd like to take this opportunity. I'd like to take this opportunity. Clearly, obviously, I can't. The phone lines are no longer open, and I apologize for those who got left on hold. John with the $5 Canadian says, what sick humans are celebrating the death of Kevin Samuels? I can't believe it. Donovan, you will carry his flame onward. I hope. I mean, I think what a lot of people have to realize about Kevin and me is that, listen, we're on the same team, but we played in different divisions. Kevin was pro-marriage. He was pro-black community. I am definitely anti-marriage, and I'm definitely not pro-black community. I'm not anti-black community, but I don't come on here endorsing trying to do all the extra stuff. The black community never really gave a shit about me, and so I'm not going to care about something that does not care about me. That's just all there is to it. But those are the reasons why Kevin and I had to stop collaborating, because if Kevin collaborated with me, then that would have really hurt his brand, and it would have really how can I put this? It would have compromised his reach, you know? Like it really would have gravely compromised the reach that he had the potential to have. It really would have. And I'm very fortunate to have known him. JJ, $5 says, Donovan, please open up the call again. I want to say something. 8636. Nah, it only allows me to do one a day, guys. Black Wolf Inc. says, the Manosphere changed my life and saved my future. We have to keep this movement alive and his message persistent as ever. We have to fight for him. This is why we gotta protect our content creators, guys. Life is precious. We all know that. We all know that. So I'm going to be putting out Kevin Samuels videos for the rest of the day. Just to keep his memory, keep his spirit alive. And just so that people can see that, you know, Kevin and I, we were very close. Had a very, very, very good relationship, and I've said on this program many times that Kevin never ever steered me in the wrong direction. Everything that Kevin ever advised me to do, told me to do, it always worked. It always worked. So, in honor of Kevin Samuels, let's raise our glasses. Let's raise our glasses. Let's raise our glasses. If you have a glass of water, glass of water, glass of wine. This is red wine. I'm officially going to dedicate the Conference of Masculine Excellence to the late great Kevin Samuels. Kevin Samuels was a warrior. He was a pioneer. He was one of the best friends I've ever had in my life. He was wise. He was smart. He was funny. He was a good dude, man. He was a really good dude. And I'm glad that I'm not going to pieces right now, because I'm really hurt on the inside, but I'm also very angry. on the inside. I never expected that. Anyway, so raise your glasses, guys, and pour out a little liquor, pour out some wine, pour out whatever you got to do, and raise your glasses in honor of the Godfather. Let me read these last two super chats here. Rashawn Ransom says, meant to send that last message with a super chat. I appreciate that. Robert Leeser says, $5 says, didn't want to watch this because I knew it'd be tough to watch, but RIP to the Godfather. Long live the king. Take care, gentlemen. So for everyone in the chat, all of the lives that Kevin impacted, he impacted my life positively. Even the women who are hating on him, man. The women who are hating on him, he's probably helped them out more than they even realize. Or even real. JC $2 says, I'm raising my water jug. Absolutely. John Bell says, live long, classy, free thinking black men. Hashtag SYSBM. Jessica, the average at best girl, he probably helped to change her life. But for everyone who has been positively impacted, let's all raise our glasses. Let's all raise our glasses to the late, great Kevin Samuels. To Kevin Samuels. Mike Clements, $25, says, thank you all, Donovan, Jap, Angry Man, O'Shea, and especially Kevin Samuels. I learned a lot from you guys. Jap, Chicago's own, is the one that introduced me to you guys, absolutely. Black Wolf Inc., $2 says, toast to the Godfather. Long live the king. Damn right. Monkey Solomon with the 50 SEK says, Donovan, where's the video you and Kevin made about how to leave your mama household? I'll look for that. If you guys have any requests of videos that I did with Kevin, send the video request to tsr@donovansharpe.com. I'm going to be reposting a lot of the older videos that Kevin and I did, just so that people can see, where he came from, where I came from. I'm glad to have known him. I really, really am. And it sucks. It really sucks that he left us too soon. But it's on us now. It's on us, guys. We got to keep his legacy alive, man. The Manosphere was here before Kevin. It'll be here after Kevin, but suffice it to say that he positively impacted the lives of too many people to count. Steve Simmons says, trumpet salute to Mr. Samuels. Absolutely. Whiskey Earned, Better Gents Podcast, $20, says, cheers to a great man gone too soon. Only the good die young, right? Maestro, $5, says, you skipped my super chat. Simpson 304 saying he died alone, but he died rich. They'll die with a government check. I apologize for that, Maestro. Let me give me 2 seconds here, and I will do a quick search. I'll make sure that I mention it. Maestro. I will make sure that I read that super chat. Hang on a second. Maestro. Let me hit the refresh button. I want to make sure I read every one of you guys' super chats, man, because you guys have been unbelievably generous. You really, really have. Nick Penn, who I've actually met in person. I've actually met Nicholas Penn in person. I actually saw him at the mall right out here in Cherry Hill, and was able to meet him and shake his hand. Says, salute, Donovan. RIP to Kevin Samuels. Salute, men. Stay strong and focused. Hashtag dominate. 2D Universe says, they want us to care about Roe v. Wade, but dragging Kevin Samuels through the dirt, men, we are done saving them. I'm trying to tell you. Feminism is a culture of death, guys. It is. It's a culture of death. They celebrate death. They endorse death. This is the way of it, man. This is the way of it. Let me try and find Maestro's super chat here. Hang on. There's one. There's two. Ah, yes. Okay, so I found it. Oh, wait a minute. It's not what I wanted. Wait a minute. Okay, perfect. So I'm gonna take a screen grab of this. I'm gonna put this on the screen to sort of make up for the fact that I skipped it a little bit earlier. Thank you, guys. This has been extraordinarily therapeutic, man. You guys, man, this has really helped out a lot. You guys know, dude, I loved Kevin, man. He was one of my best friends, and as hard as it's been to deal with this, you guys have really helped to make this a little easier. Maestro with the $20 super chat says they're making fun of Kevin dying alone, but he died rich. They'll die with a government check. So there's that. They might not die with a government check. The government checks might not be coming around, from what I'm hearing. Kevin Kaiser, $20 says was able to hold back the tears until the toast. Good words, man. Good words. Yeah. Bossman 64, $50. $50, Jesus. Says the pain and the anger are the price we pay for his presence. Can you imagine our lives without him? Even in this hour, we are all better off. Wow. Very well said, man. Nahoreth, $5 says you need to carry on his show and his legacy. Please don't let it die. I won't. You ain't got to worry about that, man. You ain't got to worry about that. I'll be doing Kevin Samuels breakdowns. Dude, I'll be doing them at least once a week. Darius Horton, $5, says thanks to you and Tommy Sotomayor, I found my way to Kevin Samuels. Thank you for all you do. You, MTR, Poor Man, Tommy Sotomayor, got to keep the manosphere together. Absolutely. MGTOW by Logic, $10, says carry it forward, gents. Hashtag Kevin was right. Night Commander, €5, says toast to the Godfather. I learned a lot from him and Fresh and Fit and you, Donovan. Now pick up the sword and lead us, good brother. I need you. We need you. That means a lot. That really does mean a lot. Thank you guys very much for helping me in this difficult time, man. It's not going to get easier. It's going to be hard. I'll probably shed a few more tears for Kevin, but like I said, his legacy lives on, and I will be dedicating the second annual conference of masculine excellence. I'll be dedicating it to him, to Kevin Samuels for sure. He's one of my best friends. He's one of the best people I've ever known, and he will absolutely be missed. Take It Easy Tiger, $5, says it was because of you that I learned about Kevin Samuels, so thank you. I learned about womanese from you, but to see it in real time on Kevin's show spoke volumes. RIP, absolutely. Wow, Von B with a $300 super chat. Jesus Christ. Says for the GOAT, for Unk, for the Bishop of Red Pill Theology, for Kevin Samuels. Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you very, very much for that. Let me give you another Don DeMarco for that. Thank you guys very much for helping me to grieve. I'll be on the air over the next couple days, but thank you guys very, very, very much for helping me to grieve through this difficult time. Kevin Samuels, my friend, you are gone and not forgotten. Take care.